We're right here in Coimbatore once again. Right here in windy Coimbatore for another round of JK Tyre Racing 2025. What a fantastic set of seasons we've seen in the past. We're into a new season and lots of action coming your way on this race weekend. Remember, there is the JK Tyre Novice Cup. We also have the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup presented by JK Tyre. And of course, we'll see the first round of the JK Tyre Levitas Cup. The first set of races coming up as far as this particular category is concerned. Tin Top Racing. It's going to be very exciting, very interesting indeed. We're going to dive into the very first race straight away. It's Mira Erda who starts off on pole position on this one. Nihal's on P2. It'll be interesting to see how this race goes.
The start as we quickly go, as the lights go off.
Off they go. It's a decent start for Nihal Singh, who started at P2. And he's very quickly gone off the blocks. Here you can see Mira Erda, who's participating as a guest driver, although she is massively experienced, starting at P1 very quickly. Very quickly. You can see Nihal Singh just peeling away through corner 1, corner 2, and on to corner 3 now. Car number 63, Nihal Singh, the lad from Gurgaon, has very quickly taken the lead in this race. That's the Levitas Cup, making its debut.
So then this is the single make championship. Mira Erda has already sent out a message. Catch me if you can. We are at the 28 JK Tyre FMSCR Racing Championship, the Levitas Cup, and down into turn number 11 and 12. This is the Mickey Mouse corner. Look at the way how agility you're able to carry your speed into that corner. You can brake as late as possible. But now Nihal Singh dives in. Maybe Mira went a little too wide on the exit of the turn number 12.
So good start for Nihal from 2P2. He's quickly taking the race lead. There you see going wide there, Nihal Singh. And you can see that little bit of inexperience reflecting in that move. Although he did very well to keep Mira at bay. Mira continues to stay at number 2. That's the battle at the top. Car number 63 of Nihal and car number 9 of Mira Erda.
Mira Erda now understands that, okay, 2 cars side by side coming onto the finish line again. It's all about who's going to take lap number 1 to their name again. Somebody's got to take toe. If you are closer to the wall, you will find a little more toe again. Car number 9 dives on the inside. Mira in the lead. Or have I spoken too early? I did speak too early.
The commentators curse, I believe, Sullivan, and it is once again Nihal who's gone on to take the race lead. And look at the gap between the two. 0.072 seconds at the end of lap number 1. So that tells you how tight this race is certainly going to be and how difficult it will be for Nihal, because Mira, as experienced as she is, she will definitely challenge him. Although Nihal, the young lad who finished second in qualifying, he certainly will go on and push very hard. And this is the turn that we'll keep an eye. Look at that at the back left tire in the air. It's about a couple of centimeters off the track.
This is Vishwas Vijay Raj, a man who's been a champion on the track. He's possibly telling Mira and Nihal Singh as to what to drive and how to drive on this track as well. But this is where the mistakes were happening. I was watching the press conference where Raman was talking to Mira, and Mira was like, look at me. I'm faster than Nihal Singh. Look at me. I'm faster than the boys. And she can really show that pride sometimes. Mira Erda, you're a rock star, but can you bring it home on top of the podium? That's what we're going to look at.
And interestingly, Solomon, apart from Mira, obviously, she is a guest driver, but is experienced. Apart from that, when you look at the qualifying, second, third, fourth were all rookie class drivers. And remember, once again, going through that start-finish straight, and it is Nihal Singh who goes into corner number 1 of lap number 3, taking the lead, keeping the lead as Mira stays at number 2. Now, car 23 on the inside. There's that battle. Car 23, that's Ramcharan going head-to-head with Nitin AR. Both pro-class drivers having a right go at each other.
So then 2 folks I really need to talk about. The fastest man, or the second fastest man on the track, was Akshay. He started this race at number 8. He's up to number 4. He had a very good round 1 going for him. So then he's come into his own. You were just mentioned car number 23. He's up to position number 8. It doesn't matter where you're fighting for position as long as you make it count again. Interesting battle. Is a 3-way battle. Nihal Singh in the meantime. 1 and 2, but 2 cars goes on the eye. There is no grip there for car number 36. He does well to hold it for himself. But this is where things come to it. Look how tight as the inside line is into turn number 15, into turn number 16 now. Turn number 14 to 15. This is where you line yourself up into a left-hander into turn number 16. You overcook the corner, you will go wide.
So it's car number 63 once again, and not too much to choose between the two, between Nihal and Mira Edda. As you can see, that's competitor number 26 coming onto through that start-finish straight, and it is none other than Balaji Raju. He's another rookie class racer. Remember, this is we've got 14 drivers, 2 of them, including Mira Edda and Dipayan Datta, are media and guest drivers. Then you got 7 rookie class participants and 5 professional pro class drivers on the grid. And 3 out of the, in fact, 4 out of the top 5 were rookies in qualifying. So that tells you that they're not just here to make numbers up.
I do believe the amateurs are, we call them the rookies. They're definitely willing to go on to bigger things as well. This is a stepping stone. The cars are good. It's a one-make championship again. We've had Nitin Matthew who designed these cars, who really brought it out. We got an FIA roll cage, but I love this. 4 cars into the corner. Car number 26, literally bunching up the folks there again. This is why we come to the racetrack for Balaji Raju, Akshay Muralidharan, Dipayan Datta and Nitin Rai. 4 of them are bunched up together, but it's car number 26 who's holding back. Oh my word, there was contact. Car number 11, it's car number 96, passes through. Akshay Muralidharan is going to drop down 1, but 2 positions again. 96, the guest media driver, is up to position number 4. Did you predict this, Karthikeyan?
This is terrific from Dipayan, to be honest. He's moved up to number 4. Remember, as far as the grid was concerned, he did not start in the top 4. In fact, Dipayan started at top, in fact, P6, and he's done a decent job. Obviously, media or a guest driver, but he's certainly doing a very good job. And now you can see car number 96, Dipayan, now challenging Balaji Raju. Balaji comes from Chennai, is up against the lad from Noida. Well, there's a battle up top between Gurgaon and Vadodara going on, Nihal Singh and Mira Edda.
Let's keep our eyes gazed here again. 4 cars bunched up together. 1 with a blue tint, 1 with the orange, 1 with the blue again at the back and a little bit of fluorescent. Car number 26, Balaji is parking that car where you cannot find an overtaking maneuver. 96 is going to get challenged by car number 45, very close to the tyre wall. That is far too many risks. Car number 11, Akshay Muralidharan says, thank you very much. I will move up to position 5. It's that little margins of error. You just give it off. You will lose a position on this track again. In the meantime, Balaji still right ahead for the fight for the 3rd. They continue to battle as car number 96 tries to follow him through. But this time, car number 96 loses a position. It could be Nitin. Now moving it. In the meantime, we're going to see a very close battle. Mira Edda still trying to find a way past. Where do we look? Do we look for the fight for the 1 and 2, or do we look here? Let's look here at the moment. There's a fight for the 3rd.
Let's fight for 3rd, 4th and 5th, and then suddenly you've got 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th also in the mix of things. So wherever you look at the racetrack, there is a battle going on. Now you can see car number 26 on the right coming in on that corner, followed by car 96. So car number 26, that's Balaji Raju, has been kept very busy by Dipayan Datta, who's in 4th. And then you've got car number 11 of Akshay Muralidharan, who's coming in 5th. The local lad, Nitin AR, making that slight mistake. Car number 45 we were talking about in the previous lap, costing him a position. In fact, there are quite a few local lads here. Ram Charan also from Coimbatore, Yokeshwaran from Coimbatore.
Look at this. Where do we look, Karthikeyan? Look at that. 7 cars turning at the same time. Okay, I made my mistake. It's 8 cars. Would you believe it again? They're making a beeline, one after the other. And look at this. Balaji Raju still holding now together. Now equal places between them. Somewhere between Ashwin Puglar is also there. Fighting for between car number 45. This is the fight for the 7th and the 8th. Car number 26 is creating a big big train out there. They will be remembering, okay, so on the side, car number 7 coming in again versus Nitin. This is for the fight for the 7th and the 8th. Going on, we are really holding on for the third battle.
Well, I think Akshay will be slightly disappointed. Remember, started at P3. In fact, Ashwin Pugalari, but he's dropped down a few places on the grade. Continuing to remain third is Balaji Raju, the lad who comes from Chennai in car number 26. Although the gap between 1 and 2 and this lot that's passing is tremendous. And now on the inside, good move from Akshay Muralidharan. He moves ahead of car number 23. That's Ramcharan. But can Ramcharan go in on the inside? No, he can't. Muralidharan gains 1 place. And that battle, every passing corner is a battle going on there for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and then 7th, 8th, 9th. It's a battle across the racetrack.
So with 3 laps to go after this one, so these guys are ready to take the risk of going wide. You remember in lap number 1 and 2 when Nihal was willing to go wide even though Mira was close. Here they're willing to, but it is master of defense for one man. That's car number 26, Balaji Raju. You take that title because now 96 is very close, but Akshay is trying to go wide now. Just behind, now dives on the inside. Will that overtaking maneuver work? No. 96 rudely closes the door. Now switches back on the inside again. It's who's going to be late on the brake last. You can still carry that speed, and they're still making it. Okay, car number 7 is just waiting for the action to happen in front of him. This is crazy stuff. One make championship, the Levitas Cup has just brought the entire race alive. Everybody bunched up together.
Well, the front two have got about good 11, 12 second lead from the rest of the crew. This is where the most interesting battle is. Although the battle between Mira and Nihal Singh is very, very close. 0.209 seconds, the gap between Nihal and Mira Erda. But look, oh my word, there's that little bit of contact. That's a Dipayan Datta with Akshay Muralidharan, car number 11. Dipayan also going off track, but rejoining the race. But in the meantime, he's lost a few places.
Akshay Muralidharan possibly decided that it was his fault, so he decided to give the position back to him. Sensibly done. We are just, you're almost getting a feeling that car number 63 is like playing around with the track right now. He's willing to go wide. He knows Mira is not going to be diving on the inside. Mira has to try something else. Maybe follow the car when it goes wide and add that little bit of pressure. So then, 2 more laps to go and the countdown is really coming in. It's car number 63 versus car number 9.
Joining us now, Raman Manod in the com box. Welcome, Raman.
Thank you so much, Karthikeyan. Now, the interesting story here is, look at Nihal, young kid who's trying to prove his mettle. Mira Erda looking to catch up now. This is going to be the do or die lap. I have a feeling here. This is the lap where Mira Erda is really going to step on the pedal. And it's really close.
When you say it's really close, it's identical lap times for Nihal Singh and Mira Erda on the previous lap. To 1 minute 25.267. This is down where it is going to fastest lap for both of them. How did this happen? I've never seen it in a very long time. Now, where are we looking at? Nihal Singh versus Mira Erda. The battle is still not done. We still got 2 more laps to really close this out. Balaji Raju is still at number 3 and it's Ramcharan. So then, Ramcharan at number 4, Ashwin at number 5, Jay at number 6, Dipyan Datta at number 7, Vasudevan at number 8, Nitin at number 9, Yokeshwaran at number 10, Akshay Muralidharan, car number 11 at number 11.
Can't get any closer than this, to be honest. And I think we've got coming into lap number 9 now, which means I think this is the lap where Mira might try and make a move.
That's what I get a feeling. She tried it just when the lap began, Karthikeyan, Solomon. But the interesting story here is, you look at the combination of drivers in this category. You've got the pro class drivers, you've got the rookie class drivers, and the guest drivers. And look who are in the top 2. You've got the rookie class driver, Nihal, and you've got Mira Erda, the guest driver, who's really a pro in her own right.
Mira Erda, who's made history as one of the victors in the LGB Formula, the first woman. You talk about woman who's taken a Formula 4 as well. You talk about taking race wins on the circuit. She is a rock star, but Nihal Singh saying, I can hold my own, but playing by the sword there, which is risky because when you are on that wide turn, you got to turn in early. Just get your braking early as quickly as possible.
So we're into the penultimate lap. This is the final lap, if I'm correct. We've gone through, Lap number 9 now. This is the moment for Mira to try and make a move. This is it. Look at the gap between Nihal and Mira, 0.370 seconds. And then you got Balaji, Ramcharan, and the likes of Ashwin. Ashwin has moved up to 5th now. Remember, didn't have a good start. Started at P3, dropped down to 6th to 7th position. He's now moved into top 5. Although this is a decent run from Balaji Raju as well. Remember, he's also in the rookie class category is Balaji, but he's giving a good run for the money to likes of Ramcharan, who's a pro, and he's continuing to be on 3rd position. There's that challenge for Ramcharan coming in on Balaji, and then you come through that final turn. It is Nihal Singh who will take the checkered flag. Mira Eda will have to settle for 2nd. She did start at first. P1 did Mira. Nihal was 2nd, but Nihal had a very, very good start, and since then took the race lead and never ever let that go. Balaji Raju finishing 3rd in the Levitas Cup.
I wouldn't call it a masterclass in defending.
Race, and I beg your pardon, it was Ramcharan who was in 2nd. What he's saying there? The Gypsy King, fondly commonly known as Mira, although is a media and a guest driver, she is fairly experienced herself. There she is, smiling, delighted to be at the top of the podium in the pro class category. Mira Eda, ladies and gentlemen, the winner in this category.
Raise your trophies in the air. Down to the start as we quickly go as the lights.
That's Hari Singh giving away the trophies to the race winners, starting off with Balaji Raju, who's in 2nd, and you've got your race winner standing at the top of the podium, Nihal Singh. That's a great moment there. Hari Singh himself, during his peak days, heydays, he was used to being at top of the podium, and now giving away trophies to young kids and young racers. So those are your winners.
Well, started off on P2, in the end clinching a race win.
Yeah, it was great. I think looking at Mira, we had both had a bit of a false start there, but I think we managed to build a 10-second gap, I hope. So let's see about that. Though someone was telling me there was 10 seconds, so
Pretty close to that, pretty close to that. The two of you were in a league of your own. But just talk me through this first race of the season in the Levitas Cup. How did the car handle during the race, and overall thoughts?
I think car felt great. You know, there was a little bit of a drizzle, but I don't think that really impacted the track too much. Grip was good. You know, car was feeling good. So, you know, we were getting the time. So everything was actually really coming together quite nicely.
And from karting to this format of racing, your thoughts?
I think it's actually very similar. It's like a go-kart, like I said earlier. But yeah, I quite enjoy this car. Actually driving it is quite nice.
Looking forward to seeing you in action in the remaining rounds.
Thank you.
There you have it, our race winner Nihal Singh from Gurgaon. Let's have a quick chat with Mira Erda. Mira, started off on pole. What happened there, coming in second?
Kind of embarrassed. I had a jump start, but I can just blame it on myself. But after that, I knew that I just had to get the distance, 10 seconds gap. I had to make it from the third guy. So I didn't fight Nihal too much. I was like, just go. I'm not going to fight him. I need to make the gap. That's all I care about. I wanted to get on the podium. We have the pace for sure. So I think next race, I don't make that mistake. I learn from it and I go for the win.
You know, I saw in lap 9, just when lap 9 was about to get underway, just around that start-finish line, you probably thought you had a chance. You were pretty much on the straight.
Yeah, but then we saw the safety car. I was like, oh, man. But then I slowed down. I was like, okay, no more overtakes allowed. But then I realized, oh, I have to keep the gap, 10-second gap. So then I again started pushing for the last lap and then I got him up. But anyway, good race, great fight with Nihal, few corners, but I'll learn from my mistake, come back stronger for the next race.
Looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Mira Erda, she's come in second. Let's have a quick chat with Balaji. He's come in third. And there's quite a gap, as Mira just pointed out, between the two drivers who finished first and second. Let's talk about what happened in the race for you, Balaji.
I was just defending. Just that.
You know,
Around I was defense.
we saw the race. The top two were in a league of their own. It seemed to be that way. But then the mid pack, that's when the battle was on. There were at least 6 or 7 cars in the freight trading positions.
Yeah. I was always on defensive line and made sure that they were behind me. That's what I did for 10 laps.
Kept the slate clean, just like the wipers keeping the windshield clean. You kept the slate clean, didn't take too many risks.
Yeah. I didn't take risk actually, it's all defensive. I just covered them, made sure they didn't cross me.
And talking about the experience driving in the Levitas Cup, first race of the season, your thoughts on that?
This is my first race on, yeah, great, feeling great. I'll do better next race. I'll try to catch them. If someone is not trying to attack me, I'll surely catch them.
Go well. Congratulations on the third place finish. That's the way. These are provisional results. Remember, 1, 2, and 3, the way it's gone. Nihal clinching a race win. Mira coming in.
Hi, my name is Anish Shetty and I'm based out of Bangalore. I've been racing for a decade now and I've won multiple time championships in the circuit racing, in the rally. Currently, I'm participating in the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup and we are here at Kari Motor Speedway for the round 2 and we just got done with the fun qualifying, dicey qualifying because as we were getting ready to exit the pits, it started drizzling a bit. Yeah, we had 1 or 2 laps to go, put a good lap time, and I placed myself strategically in a good place. So I got told by Ashish, and I had a reference from Navneet. Overall, I felt confident that that first lap was good enough, and I qualify on pole. So the race this afternoon, I'll be starting from first position, and I look forward for a wonderful race.
Hey guys, I'm Navneet Kumar from Pondicherry. I'm 27 years old. I'm a 4-time national champion in road racing as well as in off-road. I'm the defending champion. Last year I won the GT Cup, so I'm wearing this number 1 BB. It feels so nice to wear that. And as he told, it was a dicey qualifying because the moment we exited the pit lane, it started pouring, and my fastest lap was on the 3rd lap, I guess. So as we passed through time, it was pouring a lot. So I don't know if I pushed to the maximum, but I did a decent lap and I'm happy about it. So yeah, this race I'm gonna start from P2. So it's gonna be fun, you know. And I hope it doesn't rain for the race. Let's see. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Kayan Zubin Patel. I'm from Mumbai and qualifying didn't go really as expected for myself and I was expecting a better position on the grid. But 3rd is also fine. At least I'm starting in the front row, so I'm going to be in the battle with these two. And it's going to be a great fight to the last lap and make the best man win now. Thank you.
You get this in Coimbatore, don't you? You get the breeze, you get the cloudy weather at times, and of course, drops of rain coming down, just to make sure the temperatures just stay within a very comfortable range. Remember, we are into another round of JK Tyre Racing 2025. We've seen some very interesting races already. The first one, of course, that you just witnessed was the JK Tyre Levitas Cup. And what a fantastic outing it turned out to be for the young Nihal Singh. Clocked the overall fastest time, went on to be the fastest rookie, won the prize there. Mira Eda, who came in as a guest driver, went on to clinch the other category. Of course, overall in terms of timings was second on the clock. But now, I stand here right in front of the safety car. We've talked a lot of times about what the safety car does on a racetrack. But for the moment, you can also hear the humming of the engines in the background. Because what we are heading into now is the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup presented by JK Tyre. You'll see those bikers line up on the grid right behind me. And while they're lining up, before this, we managed to catch up with the top 3 on the qualifying grid. Let's take a quick look at what they had to say. And of course, it was none other than Anish Damodar Shetty who had notched up. So remember, Anish Damodar Shetty starting off on pole position as far as that race is concerned. It's interesting because in qualifying there was a bit of rain which the riders talked about. And not to forget, wasn't just Anish, it was Navneet who mentioned that, you know, there were challenges there. You've got Zubin on the grid as well. We just try and go back and take a look at how these bikers are lining up. Remember, this is going to be round 2. We saw what happened in round 1. Anish is looked unbeatable. He's got the pace. Navneet was unfortunate in one of the races, took a nasty fall as well. But this promises to be very interesting and exciting. And not to forget, this is a mixed grid, remember. So it's not just the pros, but the amateurs who are riding on the grid as well. And that's where you have a couple of young bikers who are making their mark. There's a can come up with last round. We had Kabir Sahoch who done pretty well as well. So wonder how things are going to pan out for him. But we caught up with him a little while ago. How's that injury to the hand? Are you going to be able to manage through that?
Yeah, I was going through some tough times, but we are here to do something again in a different way, right? That's why we are here. So
I know we spoke to you during that post-qualifying pre-race interview, but I wanted to ask you about your hand because you're carrying an injury to that right hand as well.
that's all right. That's not affecting my performance. Yes, it is paining, but performance-wise, it's not a big deal. So let's not focus on that, and let's focus on what we can get this race. Yeah.
Go well, Navneet. All the best for this race. Just a quick conversation here. Let's just we caught up with our top 3. You've got that chance here, Zubin. Now, how do you plan to approach the first corner really, because that sets up how the race is going to go?
It's about being very mentally strong into this, because you need to understand it's just not a straight race to the first corner. It's more about finishing and completing the 10 laps rather than crashing, because right now the weather is honestly not in our favor right now because it's raining and we are practically on semi-slick tires, which is not favorable for our tires. So you have to be really calculated right now. So hoping for the best result right now, but it's going to be a dogfight till the last lap.
Go well.
Thank you.
It's Kalyan Zubin for you. 5 minutes before the start of this race. It's promising to be an exciting one for sure. No two ways about it. Let's head over to the commentary box and see exactly how this race is then going to unfold from there on. Of course, we remember Anish Damodar Shetty starts off on pole. We talked to him earlier. Over to Karthike and Solomon, who are there in the commentary box.
Right then, we're 5 minutes away from the start of the race, and that's the JK Tyre presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. Very quickly, we'll take you through the grid. It's Anish Damodar Shetty who starts at P1. Then you got Navneet Kumar at P2, Kayan Zubin Patel at P3, Vivek Pillai at P4, Ashish Patel at P5, Pradeep C starting at P6. Then you got Raj Kumar at P7, Anish Sampson at P8, Joring Varisha, who had a very, very good previous round in the amateur category, starts at P9, Varun Patil at P10, Raivat Dhar at P11, Amal VP at P12, Brian Nicholas at P13, and then you've got Saran Kumar starting at P14, Kavya Boro at P15, Kabir Sahoch at P16, Seshadri at P17, Brendan D'Souza starting at P18. Followed by Brendan, we have Rishabh starting at P19. Saurav Day at P20, Soham Kane at P21, Swapnil Dixit at P22, Shyamlal Das at P23, and Karan Arora starting all the way back at P24. So we'll have 10 laps in this race, and that's the RE Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. First race of this round in this category. Across the 2.3 kilometer long Kari Motor Speedway. Moments away from the start of this race. First we'll have the formation lap, and that will be followed by the 10-lap race. When you talk about the points and the rider positioning, it has been very good for Anish Damodar Shetty. Had a very good weekend, did Anish last time round. Got 3 wins out of 3, a total of maximum 30 points for him. He leads the pro category, closely followed by Kayan Zubin, who's in second with 19 points. Navneet Kumar third with 12, and very close behind him Ashish Patel in fourth with 11 points. As far as the amateurs category is concerned, we got Brian Nicholas, who's won 3 races. He's at top of the tally with 36 points. During Varisa with 27, he got 3 second place finishes. Sharan Kumar had a decent weekend, starting he's at 3rd position as far as the points table is concerned with 19 points. And then you've got Kabya Boro and Kabir Sahoj, both 4th and 5th with 12 points apiece. So it is, well, so far been a very good previous round for both Brian Nicholas and Anish Shetty. They won all 3 races in the previous round. Can they continue? They'd certainly hope so. And they would want normal service to resume. But a certain kind Zubin Patel and Navneet Kumar also will have other ideas. It is Anish who starts off at P1, and more often than not, we've seen him when he starts off at P1, he generally stays there. So off they go for the formation lap. It's a full grid of 24 riders, both professionals and amateurs, mixed up in the grid. And how you can identify with the bike number and the color that the bike number is written. Joining me once again in the commentary box, Solomon. Solomon, welcome back.
Yeah, we needed that break just after the quick lunch. This is turn number 3 up to turn number 4 and 5. It's a very dicey turn because you got to carry speed. If you go wide, you will give you an opportunity for someone to overtake. Up to turn number 4 and 5, there is an elevation change. You'll find a little slope coming in. It's up to turn number 5 to turn number 6, and this in quick time. Turn number 7 and 8, 16 turns of the 2.3 kilometer track. This is turn number 10, entry. It's a left into a right, very tight left into a tight right-hander exit. This is turn number 12, exit. Downhill they go one more time before the elevation changes in quick time up to turn number 13 and 14. It's going to be very, very crowded grid. We are already talking about over 20 bikes now. This is turn number 14 up to turn number 15 and 16. This is where you can line up and arrival for an overtaking maneuver. Now, there is something very interesting. I always say this. Now, if you're right at the back, I've seen folks come past through the field. You can just come and bring your bike at the end. Just slow it down at the end. And the guys in the front are like, okay, has somebody going to join back again? Look at the guys at the back. We already have about 12 of them already in the front, already in the respective boxes. The rest of them taking their own time. It's all about the mind and pressure game. This is the 4th season. This is the Royal Enfield Continental R650. This is the Continental GT Cup, and this is why we come to the Kari Motor Speedway to race.
Talking about the pros and ams together, you can see the bike numbers written in black are the professionals, meanwhile the numbers written in red are the amateurs. Now it is Anish Shetty, bike number 2, who takes his position right at the top of the starting grid. A quick little pair from him to before he starts off for proceedings. And you've got Navneet Kumar starting at P2. The start will be very interesting. I think the start will be very important as well.
Here we go again. Will Navneet Kumar be able to make a much better hold shot over here again? Lights out, away we go. Navneet Kumar has a good start. He's got to maintain it in bike number 2. It's all about coming closer to the corner, but Anish Shetty fights back again. Every time where there's a fight into the corner, close to the corner, who's going to turn past? Or there is a multiple collision. For surely we're going to see a safety car. Well, the good news is bikes are down, but all 3 riders are up. All 3 riders, one of them is limping. Not the ideal scenario that you'd like to start again. Will this mean, are they going to bring out the safety car? The yellows came out in quick time, but Navneet Kumar has got the lead and will keep it that way. Will they have quick time to see what really happened at the start? Here we go again. It was a big, that's a multiple clashes again.
At least 3 riders there. I think you turning on left on that first corner, there was that little collision, and that resulted in the first rider slipping onto the track, and the ones following him just collided, and unfortunately probably the end of the race for 3 of them as well. All the good news, they were all quick on their feet, they were all fine. Just one slightly limping. I think he should be okay as well with all the safety gear involved.
Okay, I'm going to talk about Ashish Patel after this particular lap again. I think they're going the fabulous work if they manage to clear the bikes again. It is Navneet Kumar who's in the lead. There is double yellows, which is smartly done. It will play into the hands of Navneet Kumar because you can't overtake. I'm a little worried for Ashish Patel, the man from Vadodara. He has got a rod in his left foot and he had a fall, and that means, is that going to affect him in his next race for tomorrow? I just hope he's okay. Let's just have that's Ashish Patel from Vadodara. Oh my word, Ashish Patel was just somebody just came into him
It was
completely.
Rajkumar, bike
I'm a little
number
worried
5.
for Ashish Patel, but he's a strong man. What did you see there, Karthik?
Well, he was clearly just a little miss when you're trying to turn on that left, and then the first biker came down to Rajkumar. Bike number 5 was following up. Then, obviously got involved. There was the bike and the rider in front of him. Nothing he could do to avoid that. But not best of scenes to start off with. But hopefully they'll all be fine. In the meantime, back to racing action, and it's 1, 2, 3 in that order, with Navneet Kumar leading the race. It's Anish Shetty in second and Kayan Zubil Patel in the third. And Anish had a terrific opening round, first round, and Navneet, who was a defending champion, he certainly come back and he wants to get as many points as possible to try and close down that gap between himself and Anish in the Riders' Championship.
So at the moment, do not rule out Anish Sethi. We've seen him do this before. Towards the last 2 laps or 3-4 laps, he really brings a little more of reserve. So as we already see that, he's already going to be attacking Navneet Kumar. Kayan Patel has to attack now. He's letting Anish Sethi pull through now. Here is where things really come to a dicey stop. Bike number 7, Vivek Pillai from Chennai, being chased down by Joring Variza. Interesting story of Joring Variza, a man who did not own a bike till he came to the track again, borrowed his friend's bike, and today we see him racing with the amateur. What a story we have from Assam. As Navneet Kumar defends now. He was not defending, now he's got to defend. We just spoke about Anish Sethi. What a strong athlete he is.
Well, certainly he is, and I think this is going to be a very tight contest right at the top. Joining us now in the box, Roman, to talk more about this.
Thank you, Karthikeya. And Solomon just mentioned about Joring Varisa. An interesting part is Joring started 9th on the mixed grid, and at the moment he's currently running 5th. So he's taken his chances. When you talk about the amateurs, he was right on top in terms of the overall mixed grid as well. He was the fastest among the amateurs during qualifying. And look at what's happening right now. He's 5th at the moment, giving the pros a run for their money.
Joring is a guy who's very lean. He's one of those lean, fit guys. He's not the lot of muscles around it. You would actually surprise that such a lean fellow, can he get onto the bike and handle it like a pro? And that's exactly comes to his advantage. What I really like about Joring is the guy knows no fear, and his bike position and the way he rides it. He doesn't fling his leg into a corner like somebody like Anish Sethi or Navneet Kumar. You can always see him dangle the leg a little bit onto the right. Joring, very plain, simple, old school riding style, and it's just working for him. Nicely caught on Raman as he moves in from 8 on 9 to number 4 and
Moved up
5.
to 5 as Joring is right behind bike number 7, if I'm correct. That's Vivek Pillai, who's in 4th. And you got your usual suspects in the top 3 in Navneet, Anish, and Kayan Zubin Patel. Those are the race leaders on your screen at the moment as we come to the end of yet another lap.
Navneet Kumar is the man who's going to be on the lead. Anish Sethi, the fastest man. Can he dive in on the inside? Nope. Kayan Patel is saying, why don't you fight it out? It's bike number 7, Vivek Pillai from Chennai. Joring right behind him. It's bike number 9, Amal, following through as well. This could be also an emerging battle.
The other battle, I'll talk about the amateurs. Of course, that's Joring Varisa. You can see him. He's overall 5th, but leading in the amateurs pack. The other battle, again, among the amateurs is between Brian Nicholas and Saran Kumar. Overall, they're running 7th and 8th at the moment, but in the amateurs, they're 2nd and 3rd. And Brian really, but look at that, 1, 2, and 3. That's the bike numbers, and the positions are the same as well.
Raman, you always bring in those. Weren't you the guy who said, Solomon, stop doing your commentators? But I got to talk about this. I asked Ashish Patel, what was the worst crashes you've had? And I've just seen one of the worst ones again. You talk, well, it just comes through sometimes. But Ashish is a strong man. He said he had to go back on the race. He's the man who's also been in the Malaysian Super Open as well, and he'll continue to fight. Anish Sethi piling on that pressure. Kayan, you're way behind. 7 bike lengths now. He's out of the frame as well. Kayan's got to pick up speed. Now we find him. Can the battle between 1 and 2 come into the favor of Kayan Patel? This is a long drawn out battle. We still got about over 5 laps to go.
Conveniently, very convincingly, the front two have peeled away, Navneet and Anish. While Kayan, I think he's happy to play his time now. There's some bit pressure coming in from Amal VP on young Joring Barisa. Joring, the young lad who comes from Umrangso. He has currently the lead as far as the amateurs category is concerned. There you see that battle. Amal VP, bike number 9, pushing towards Joring Varisa in bike number 18. That's bike 7 of Vivek Pillai. So there's a decent battle going on there for 4th, 5th and 6th in the overall standings, while Joring has certainly peeled away from the rest of the amateurs very easily, and he will look to go on and take the second flag in that category. Will try and avoid any mistakes. Take it easy, go as you go, and do what you've done so far this season. I think he should be okay. In the meantime, there is Anish who's taken the lead away. Anish Damodar Shetty, he's taken that lead, but will Navneet Kumar make his move? Yes, he will. Into corner number 1, and Anish has had that lead slip away, and Navneet Kumar has got his race lead back. I'm very sure this is not the last or the first time we're seeing the lead being exchanged.
This is Navneet Kumar payback saying Anish Shetty style, because every time in turn number 1 he takes the toe and tries it. Now Navneet Kumar pays it back in the way he races, but here he comes again. The battle still be going on. We have to stay, they got to be a little bit careful again. It's turn number 11 and 12. Here we go again. This is the start that we're looking at. Look at Ashish there.
Now, look at that incident. And it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. There's Rajkumar involved in that. The careening bike goes on and hits another bike in the fray as well. That was Ashish Patel's bike. And really didn't make for a pretty picture at all.
We almost had coming together of bike number 1 and 2. That's Navneet and Anish Shetty. Now this is the time Navneet was going to let him pass by and try and take advantage of the road. There his toe coming. He's saying, look, can I come on the inside? Here he takes the toe again. Navneet should be able to enter turn 1 faster. He's got to brake late, and he does that. This is a classic Anish Shetty payback by Navneet Kumar. But Navneet goes wide. Anish Shetty said, thank you very, very much. 1 is many, 2 is not done. And Kayan Patel is like, can you just slow down a little bit? Because I need to catch up. Kayan needs to pick up that speed again.
Not too far away though, is Kayan, about a second and a half, 1.644 seconds is the difference, as now they come into the back markers. Bike number 25 there, that is Karan Arora, the lad from Udaipur. He's been overtaken by both Navneet and Anish. In the meantime, it is Anish who's lost the lead. Navneet now continues to lead, and I think this is going to be a very interesting and a battle that goes on till the checkered flag. We're into lap number 7, and this is, I think, the 3rd or the 4th or the 5th time we've seen leads change hands. And Anish, we've seen so many times coming to the end of the lap, it's Anish Shetty who's leading, and by the end of corner number 1, it's Navneet who takes that lead away. But will this be any different? Well, no, he has a little bit of advantage, about 2.276 seconds the gap. I think this is now comfortable. But on that back straight, and then onto that Mickey Mouse corner is where Anish will look to make his move very quickly. Just turns around, does Navneet, has a quick peek where he is, and now it goes slightly wide, giving Anish Shetty the little bit of room that he needed to go on and take the lead. And once again, it is Anish Shetty, and this is prime Anish Shetty territory. Lap number 7, 8, 9, 10.
You're absolutely spot on that one. Anish Shetty brought that curve onto that right-hander again. He's got a lot of tricks under his sleeve, and you always think that he's done and dusted. This guy is a CrossFit athlete one of the most fittest guys on the track, possibly the fittest among the Royal Enfield competitors, and he's really showing why he can really do what he does on the bike again. Navneet Kumar knows Anish Setty's racing line, and he knew he will go wide there, and here again, the right-hander curveball, what I call, Anish Setty is able to beautifully cover that on. 4 seasons of the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup presented by JK Tyre. We went after these guys to identify these races from all over the country. And look at the show that we're looking at right now. And we've got the best in field. Now, are we going to see the top 3 bunched up together? That'll be fabulous as we get on to the last 2 laps.
Got a couple of hiccups there, Solomon, you're talking about fitness. So,
I'm not
was
counted.
very difficult.
I'm not counted in that.
But it is Anish Shetty, though, back to serious business. He is leading. Now he's got that gap a little bit more. So he's slightly more comfortable as Anish as they come to that back straight with Navneet Singh coming in second. Kari Zubin Patel has done well. He's bided his time. He's to make sure he doesn't make any mistake. And if there is a mistake committed by either Anish or Navneet, he's always there in the mix of things to move ahead in the podium. Although right now he will, as it stands, finish third in this race. But anything can happen. We have a good, about at least 15, 16 more corners to go.
Kari Zubin Patel is a 4th generation racer. He's not seen his granddad race. His father did the raid the Himalayas. His uncle is Rustam Patel, who is multiple national champion in the 2-wheelers. And look at Kari, he wants to set a legacy, but then he's got to fight it out. The checkered flag is waved out as Anish Setty takes it. This man has done it again. How many times Navneet Kumar has to chase it out? Kari Zubin Patel was interested, but just didn't come through. This is where things are really Vivek Pillai. So then, Soham Khane was literally celebrating, saying that I came close to the line. But this is Anish Setty's territory. Navneet Kumar too. Kari Zubin Patel will take that fight for the third again. Stretches his hand, a little bit of a high five, and they know they've worked it hard again. One word for Anish Setty, a CrossFit athlete. One word, multiple champion. He's also a rider coach, Karthikeyan, and he is a talent that you and I need to watch out for in the coming races as well.
Well, I certainly watch him. I'm not watching out for him because I'm not on that racetrack. I am not anywhere close to challenging this young man because he is lightning quick on that bike, and he pulled out the best, and he waited and pulled it out right at the very last. The fastest lap that he's pulled out, 1 minute 16.489 seconds, and that was the 10th lap that he pulled out there. Anish Damodar Shetty goes on to win the race, take the checkered flag, starting from P1, quite a few occasions, had lost the race lead to Navneet Kumar, but in the end, celebrations and victory for Anish Damodar Shetty. Navneet has to settle for second, and Kari Zubin Patel will take third in the professionals category. Meanwhile, in the amateurs, that's Brian Nicholas who's moved ahead of Joring Varisa. Brian Nicholas takes first, Joring coming in second, and then you've got Kabir Sahoch taking the third place in the amateurs category.
I think Joring was possibly attacking too much, and then in that bargain to just be in the top 4 or top 5 made a few unforced errors, and that kind of got him losing that position again. Anish Shetty, his message is clear. Remember, we always talk about street to track livery as far as the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup is concerned, and this is special because Anish Setty is a special athlete. He's sending out a message: challenge me if you can, as far as the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup is concerned. Kari Zubin Patel brushes his hair. He says, watch me again. In the next race, I will take it. Kari, I'm going to hold you to that record. He's got to make it much more better. The legacy of the racing DNA family has got to be there.
Well, a very, very good race. Very entertaining one, to say the least. As far as the front two were concerned, it was a very, very close battle going on. That's Kari Zubin Patel on your screen with bike number 3. And there you go on the background on the right is bike number one competitor, number one, and that's Navneet Kumar. Has to settle for second this time round. And Kyan just, as Solomon said, just said, wait out, watch out for me in the next race, and we will see. Meanwhile, as far as the amateurs are concerned, it is Brian Nicholas, Jorik Barisa, and also bike number 16. That is Brian Nicholas, who you can see on the left of your screen. Bike number 16 of Brian Nicholas, and Kabir Sahoch also involved. Now we'll very quickly see how the bikes line up as far as the amateurs are concerned. It seems it is bike number 16 that will be leading. Yes, it is. Then you got Jorik Barisa, who is second, and Sahoch coming and settling in for third. So Brian Nicholas continues from the previous round. Had a good outing last time round, winning 3 out of 3. And a similar story for Anish Sethi as well, winning 3 out of 3 in the first round of the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. And he's gone on to do the same here as well. There you see on the background, very animated Jorik Barisa there in front of that backdrop cutout. He's a lad who's, like you said, not bulky at all, but he's always got a smile on his face. He's always happy racing, and he's happiest when he's on his bike.
He's got very strong arms, very strong athlete as well. And you know what? Just watch everyone. You just saw Kyan. You just watch Anish Shetty. You also watch Jorik. He's not panting. Navneet Kumar is panting. Because this race, and he didn't even pick up a bottle. Jorik is a fit man. This man has a story from Assam. And what a story it has been. A guy who did not have a bike even when he was growing up, picks up his friends' bikes, picks up racing, and today he's at the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. Massive thanks to Royal Enfield and bigger thanks to JK Tyre. Remember, we went to multiple series. We'll talk about that more in just a bit.
Tell us, sir, when are we going? Right. Anish Shetty is made a habit out of winning. But this was a win that came at some effort, with some effort. Was a tough fight between you and Navneet?
Yeah, it was a tough fight between us, and I was actually struggling with my handling, so I was not very comfortable. So I thought that, I had this feeling that I can't take the lead. So I just stayed behind him, seeing that we run away from the other bunch. He had a good pace, so I just followed him, and then when there was I was waiting for him to do a mistake, and he did, because he was also struggling with his handling a bit, and that's when I took an advantage of it, and I made a move. And hard fought win. I would like to dedicate this to my fiance. She's been supporting me for a lot for bringing back this win. Cheers. Good luck for the next race.
Congratulations, and that smile on your face tells a lot more. All the best. Let's have a quick chat. Navneet, you had your moments in this race. You finished second in the pro category, but you had the race lead on a few occasions and for a few laps as well.
Yeah. Initial laps were fine actually. I was on my own pace and lap times also were good. But, as I used my tire up, it started sliding.
Right.
As the hot pressure went up, it started sliding everywhere. So my braking points shifted, my acceleration points shifted. So that was a new lines I was taking, which I am not unaware. So yeah, that close to P2, but yeah, like feels good that I gave a good show.
Absolutely, you did, and I'm sure this is not the end of it. There are more races to come.
It's not the end. So wait for race 2. See you.
There you have it. That's the word of a champion. He's not going to give up. Well, Navneet, but he's finished second in this race. Let's have a quick chat with Kyan Zubin Patel. Kyan, your words turned out to be prophetic. I spoke to you before the start of the race, and you said it's not just about getting into and getting past C1, it's about completing the race. Behind the three of you, there was mayhem that unfolded. 3 bikers went down, and it looked pretty nasty on screen.
Exactly, because why I said that in the start also was because people think that entering in the first corner hot and trying to aggressively overtake people does not make sense, because there are another 9 laps remaining that you have to complete. So finishing the race is more important than crashing and standing outside and, hurting yourself even more. So yeah, but the race did not go as planned for me, because I did not expect a 3rd place to start and then finish with. But it's okay. It's the first race of the weekend. We've started in a good manner. At least we are on the podium. There are 2 more races to go, so we are going to push hard. Got a good understanding of what the competition is like.
now I have got a brief idea of, where is this second race fight going to go to. So let's see.
There's one quick thing I'm going to ask you, which is not just about the race, but about the racing legacy that you and your family bring to the table when you hit a racetrack. Just very briefly, tell our viewers a little more about that.
So yeah, I belong from the Patel racing family. I'm the fourth generation of my family currently racing. My dad and my uncle, which is Zubin Patel and Rustam Patel, have been multiple time national champions in motocross, rallying and dirt track. But I'm the first in the family who's doing road racing. So it's a great platform to come into, and it's been only 3 years for me, and it's been a great journey for me up till now. So obviously it's in the blood. It's great support from the family also. So thanks a lot to my father and my uncles and all my friends at home. Thank you so much.
You'll carve a niche for yourself as you are, Kayan. Wishing you well. Cheers. That's Kayan Zubin Patel for you, finishing third in the pro category in this race. Let's have a quick chat now with the amateurs. Brian, of course, a quick chat with you first. Interesting race because Joe had a good start. Even in qualifying, he qualified ahead. And in the race initially, he was ahead, leading you in the amateurs pack.
Yes, of course. The race started with a chaos, which was way behind my head, and I panicked a lot. It took 3 to 4 laps to calm me down that this happens, because seeing 2-3 riders in the air and the bikes tossing away, it was just centimeters away from my bike. So fortunately, I came through, and I hope the crash riders are good as well.
I just had a word with him before coming in here, and they said they were okay, so that was good to hear. I had a quick chat with Rajkumar. He said everything's fine, we're all right. But yeah, it looked pretty nasty.
Yeah, it was nasty. Then I had to overtake, obviously, my rival, plus 2 pro riders who were ahead of me. So I took it slow, since the race is finishing on the 10th lap, not in the second, third. I had to overtake one guy in each lap and finally catch up with Joring. So that was the plan, and we have done it again.
Congratulations on another race win. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, let's have a quick chat with Joring. No, it's been that story. It's been that story, not just in this race, but the previous round races as well. And we've had this conversation. Led for a bit, had your chances. Disappointed that you're not being able to close it out?
I'm happy for the race. Like, it was a nice race, and unfortunately there was a huge crash. Like, bikes, I thought it would be a red flag the way the 3-4 bikes were flying in front of me. So yeah, it was a nice race, and congratulations to him. We were planning before the race. We were saying let's see who wins and all. So unfortunately, he wins. So happy.
Hard luck in this race again, but very quickly, just before leaving, we talked about the incident happening right in front of you or to the bikers right next to you. How difficult does it get psychologically for you to continue a race after seeing something like that?
I was riding, I was in the left side, so the bikes, it was flying in front of me, it was beside me. So I thought, what if someone or the other comes? Yeah, so it didn't hit me, so I was just pushing. So I was leading the first few laps, and yeah, hopefully it came.
The wind didn't come this time around, but I'm sure it's not too far away. Wishing you well.
Thank you.
As Joring, of course, who's finished second in the amateur category, and Kabir Sahoch, he's had to fight his way once again to a third place finish like it was in the previous round.
So today's race was purely based on instincts, as Joring mentioned, that it was a big crash on the first corner itself, and I was just purely riding on my instincts. And even after the crash, I had to take the runoff area and look a safe way out, and I was left behind. So I crawled my way up to the podium this time.
Yeah, you had to fight for it because you had a couple of bikers ahead of you. Saran was ahead of you as well.
Yes. Saran, Kaibo. So 2 riders were ahead of me and a couple of pros. So I was around the pros, keeping the pace up with them. So it was fun. This was fun. Yeah, this race was fun.
Well, I like it. When the competitive spirit kicks in, Kabir says it was fun. Congratulations on the third place finish. Well done. There you have it, the 1, 2, 3 in the amateur category in the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup presented by JK Tyre. It's back to you guys in the commentary box. Don't go too far because remember, we've got the post-race presentation coming up in just a bit.
See that the flags fluttering Good day for motorsport racing. You've got little cloud cover, cool conditions, making it slightly easier for the racers and the riders. We've just seen the JK Tyre Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup, where we've had the usual suspects in the pro category going on to notch up the race wins. We'll take you through the highlights now of the race that's just concluded, and that's the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. Was Anish Shetty, who started at P1, Navneet at P2, and very quickly, the moment the race started, moving into corner number 1, and this is where things went wrong. You can see that. Wow, that must have hurt. 3 bikes involved. There was Ashish Patel as well there. There was Raivadhar, his bike, and then you can see bike number 5 of Rajkumar also there, and that was the end of the race for those 3. But there was a battle going on right at the top for the top place. That was Anish Damodar Shetty and Navneet Kumar having a right go at each other. They were too close to comfort at times. By this time it was Navneet, bike number 1, who had taken the race lead, and while it was looking like it was 1, 2, 3, and it's going to finish like 1, 2, 3 with Navneet, Anish and Kayan in the same bike numbers as their positions. But this is motorsports, and things are bound to change every now and then, and so did the race lead. Joring Varisa too had a good start in the amateurs category. There you see Joring, bike number 18 on your screen. By this time, both Navneet and Anish had peeled slightly away from Kayan Zubin, who was in 3rd, and it was a battle for 1 and 2 from there on between these two. Now, there you see Anish had taken the lead for a moment, and then Navneet coming roaring back to take that race lead back, but Anish was having none of it, and on that final corner of another lap, he goes on to snatch back that race lead. But knowing Navneet, he was not going to have that, and he very quickly made his moves and went on to retake his race lead. But that was the battle that was going on, and again Anish Shetty making his move to take on and take the race lead away. That is Anish now on bike number 2 with the race lead closely followed by Navneet Kumar and Kayan Zubin Patel in 3rd position. And we were saying this is prime Anish Damodar Shetty territory, with bike coming into with the checkered flag, and it was Anish who went on to take the race win. What a race we've just witnessed. It is Anish who went on to take the checkered flag, and despite multiple lead exchanges between him and Navneet Kumar, Kayan Zubin Patel comfortably finishing 3rd. As far as the amateurs were concerned, Brian Nicholas did very well to move on and take the race win, while Joring Varisa for most of the race was leading in the amateurs category, but he went on and like he said in the post-race interview, that incident that happened at the very start of the race had affected him a bit. He was very careful, in fact too careful for his own liking, and he went on to finish 2nd, with Kabir Soch finishing 3rd in the amateurs category. So we've had 2 races today. We'll now quickly move on to the prize distribution ceremony in a few moments, where we'll have both the pros and the amateur race winners were given their trophies and their awards. We have 2 races to go. We already have had 2. Started off with the Levitas Cup, and then we just finished the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup presented by JK Tyre, and now next up will be the JK Tyre Novice Cup, and we'll end the day with another race in the Levitas Cup category. So It's finished as it started as far as the grid and the race result is concerned. Anish winning the race starting from P1, Navneet taking in second starting from P2, and Kayan Zubin Patel taking third starting from P3. That's Brian Nicholas on your screen winning the amateurs category. And in the background there you can see Jorin Varisa just getting off his bike, finishing second in the amateurs category. Joining me now in the commentary box as we wait for the prize distribution ceremony to commence, it is Raman Banod. Welcome back, Raman. How windy is it outside?
Pretty windy, Karthike. No two ways about that. Let's just have a quick conversation about the incident per se, because I think the race leaders weren't too perturbed by it. Bikers in the top four weren't too perturbed by what happened because it happened behind them, and therefore you saw the likes of Anish, Navneet, and Kayan Zubin Patel get through whatever unfolded behind them. They were unscathed, if I were to say that. What really was a challenge was the mid-pack and some of the amateur bikers who were in the fray. You can just see Aspie sir having a quick chat. It was a moment where everyone had their heart in their mouth. In fact, we'd like to take a look at that incident one more time. We will try and talk about it later, but the fact is that the presence of mind showed by the other bikers who made sure that they avoided the debris, avoided those bikes, and made sure that they got past that incident and made it through. Right, time now for the prize distribution ceremony.
We'll start off with the amateurs category. It's Kabir Sohoch, as you can see there, the lad from Vadodara, standing on the third place. Then you've got Jorin Varisa, who's standing in the second place in the podium. And your race winner, once again, Brian Nicholas from Pondicherry, taking the top spot in the podium. Fans looking on, family, friends looking on, as we have the prize distribution ceremony being conducted here for the amateurs category. Trophy handed to Joring there, Joring Varisa from Umrangso, Assam. Now your race winner in the amateurs category, Brian Nicholas, making it 4 out of 4 as far as this season is concerned, this championship is concerned. He's dominated the amateurs category. He's made sure that he's made life easier for him as far as winning the Riders Championship is concerned. Up next, we'll have the pros, where you can see it's Kayan Zubin Patel moving on to the stage to go on and occupy his place on the podium. That's the second runner-up, the third place position. Coming in second, Navneet Kumar will come in. Divisions from Royal Enfield coming onto the stage to hand over the trophies. That's Navneet Kumar, defending champion. Has a little bit of an injury on his left hand. Done ever so well to finish in the top three despite that little injury. And that's the man of the hour, Anish Damodar Shetty, your race winner, making it 4 out of 4. A little pat for Navneet for his effort that he's put in despite that little injury that he's carrying. We'll start off with Kayan Zubin Patel being handed over the trophy as the second runner-up, finishing third. The moment the race ended, he gestured to the camera, watch out for me in the next one. We'll see that tomorrow. Now Navneet with his trophy, smile on his face. Now the race winner, Anish Damodar Shetty.
Well, he'd be very happy, very proud of the way he's fought back and clinched a race win. Navneet, you can see he's got taping on the little finger of his right hand. That was an injury he was carrying into the race. I talked to him prior to the race as well, but he said, hang on, no worries, I will get through this, I will get through the pain. And he has led the race for a fair bit as well, did Navneet, but couldn't close it out in the end. Anish Damodar Shetty fighting back, clinching a race win. Kayan Zubin Patel, keep an eye out for him. He's a very mature biker. He's got a very, very mature head on his shoulders. Plans his race as well. He was a little disappointed, didn't finish in the top two or win the race, but I'm sure he's just biding his time. His moment will come.
Just a confirmation there, as you saw in the pro category, it was Anish Shetty, followed by Navneet Kumar and Kayan Zubin Patel, while in the amateurs category, Brian Nicholas, followed by Joring Varisa and Kabir Sohoch, the top three in the amateurs category. Photos for the media, the fans and the friends and the family who are there by the race winners. And what an interesting race we've just seen. At every corner you were anticipating and you were waiting that there will be action. And talking about action, up next is the JK Tyre Novice Cup race. We will have 10 laps of this race, the JK Tyre Novice Cup, coming up next your way in just a few moments.
They've come from the future to change the way we drive.
JK Smart Tire, buddy.
JK Smart Tire, the tire with a brain. The future of driving is here. JK Smart Tire.
Right, the droplets of rain that are coming down here in Coimbatore, and the intensity of the rain is picking up. That's going to bring a different challenge. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we can see droplets of rain coming down and the frequency has gone up, which means that this is going to pose a different challenge to the drivers in this next race that's coming up. This, of course, is the JK Tyre Novice Cup that we're talking about. That's what we're heading into. And the interesting part is you've got Abhijit starting off on pole position. He's still having some tinkering done to his car. So I'm not really going to disturb him because you can see there's frantic activity that's going on at the moment, just trying to make sure that all is set, everything is fit and fine for him before this race gets underway. Well, I believe the car is set. So. Are you set for this, buddy?
I hope so.
Well, there's still some work happening here, so I'm not going to press him too much on this particular scenario. The interesting part is, remember, Abhijit starts off on pole. There's Bhuvan, who's going to pose a strong challenge for him. He starts off on P2 here. There's Bhuvan Bono. And there's no flurry of activity right now here as far as his car is concerned. Bhuvan seems perfectly fine.
Yeah, everything is good.
Disappointed at not being the fastest in qualifying?
No, I'm still close to him, so I think I can beat him in the race.
I'll go well.
Yeah, thank you.
That's confidence for you, a man who knows what it takes to win races. Bhuvan starts off on P2. Avi starts off on P3. Remember, it's a great qualifying for Team M Sport. They've had a 2-3 in qualifying, so that bodes well because you've got an interesting setup here. 5 minutes to go before the start of this race. And what's interesting is, we had a chance to catch up with the top three before they landed up on the racetrack. We'll try and show you what they said before coming into this race.
Hi, I'm Abhijit Vadavalli. I'm from Hyderabad and I drive for Momentum Motorsports. This is my second season in the JK Tyre Novice Cup. The first round was a mixed bag, but I'm hoping for more points this round and excited to be starting at P1.
Hi, my name is Bhuvan Bonu. I'm from Bangalore and I'm 15 years old. This is my first season of the JK Tyre Novice Cup. Round one was really good for me, and I'm planning to do the same thing in round two. Qualifying was a tricky mess. The rain kind of put us off, but I think I did a great job today.
Hi, my name is Ave Marvali. I come from Bangalore. I race for M Sport team. So yeah, this is my first time racing in the Novice Cup. It's my first ever season in Formula cars as well. Yeah, qualifying was pretty tricky. The first half kind of wet, sliding all over the place. But then the second half we caught up pretty well, and M Sport locked in a 2 and 3. So planning to get a good result in the race as well.
The start of the race, as you can see, 3 minutes. We'll start off with the formation lap, and then we will have 10 laps in the JK Tyre Novice Cup category. First race of the weekend in this category, and we will have Abhijit Vadavali starting at pole position. Then you've got Bhuvan Bonu starting at P2, Avi starting at P3, then you got Vineet Kumar P4, Pratik starting at P5, Lokit Lingeswaran starting at P6, then you got Krishanu starting at P7, Alam Junaid at P8, Dhruv Chavan at P9, Veda Vishnu at P10, Ojas Surve at P11, Harshit at P12, then you got Panditi starting at P13, Shravan from P14, Sivdev at P15, and you got Yash Vikram at P16, Neil Singh Kalsi starting from P17, Vignesh at P18, followed by Devesh at P19, Pansilu at P20, and the back final two will be Balaji, Raju, and Paul Joseph. So it's a grid of 22 out of 22 races lined up and ready for the JK Tyre Novice Cup action coming your way in just under a minute. And as you can see, one of the pit girls making the drivers aware that it is a minute to the start of the race. We will have the formation lap first, and we'll talk about the drivers championship as far as the standings is concerned in a minute. But as far as the teams are concerned, it was GTS Racing with regards to the team championship. Total of 39 points for DTS Racing. M Sport with 30 points, all thanks to Bhuvan Bonu. While we got Momentum Motorsports with 21 in third, Delta with 4 points in fourth, and you got Avalanche with 2 points in fifth. As far as the individuals concerned, the drivers ranking in the points tally is concerned, we have Bhuvan Bonu with the 30 out of possible 30 points as the drivers go off for the formation lap. Then you got Pratik Ashok with 17 points in second, Ojas Surve third with 15 points, and you've got Lokit Lingesh with 10 points in fourth, Panditi with 9 points in fifth, and you got Sivdev Vasmit sixth with 9 points as well. So 5 out of the top 6 are from DTS Racing, although what matters in the individual drivers championship is that it is the M Sport that leads the charge. The lad from Bangalore, Bhuvan Bonu, with 30 out of 30 points, leads the drivers championship. He's starting at P2, and I have a feeling he's got a very good chance of making it 4 out of 4. Joining me once again back in the com box is Solomon. Solomon, welcome back.
It was combat number 6, Pansilu Abhi Vikrama, who just has retired from the race. Team Momentum Motorsports would not have expected this. It was a very good session as far as the qualifying for him. He really shelved off over 5/10 into that session. But now Pansilu Abhi Vikrama, combat number 6, is not going to be part of the race now. We're just into the last few turns, and the last one coming in. This is the home straight. And we're going to be looking at over 20 cars getting ready to start on the line. It is a start that you and I need to watch out for again. Will there be a time for one of the M Sport? It's an M Sport momentum on the start. The top grid is also, we also been joined by the DTS Racing. There's also the 2M Sports car in the top 4. Can car number 12 be the surprise that we're looking at?
Well, at the end of the last round, I spoke to DTS team principal Diljit TS, and he said while for overall as a team it was a good weekend. They got 39 points. They are leaders in the constructors championship and all. But what lacking and what was the only disappointing part was there's not a race win for one of the either of any of the DTS racers, and that was something that was pinching him. And he said, well, hopefully we'll come back stronger. As you can see, bit of rain pelting down. Oh my word, no start there for competitor number 12, and that is Abhijit Vadavali. Now, finally he gets going, but in the meantime, it is Bhuvan Bonu who's taken the race lead very quickly, and he's under pressure straight away from one of the DTS racing cars, and in fact it is the DTS racing car that's taken the race lead now, moving into on a 3-4 onto that back straight. What a start we've had, and it is none other than car number 21, and that is Vineet Kumar from Tirupur, who takes the race lead away from Bhuvan Bonu.
There was some chaos at the start line. Car number 12, the Momentum Racing car, literally waving and had to somehow start it again. He literally from first to the last, and there is a layer of chaos in the front as well. As we see also two cars have already not started this one, and we've already seen quite a bit of a bunch coming in. I think there's got to be a possibility of a safety car that's coming in, because is on the home straight, do we see a car which is still stuck? Okay, we are at turn number 15 now. Here is turn number 16. When the camera pans out into the home straight, I did see a car getting stuck. That was a chaotic start, and there it is. And rightly so, the safety car board should come out any moment now. Oh, it is already out.
That is car number 37, if I'm correct. That's Shravan
10.
Starting, in fact, never started, was 10th on the grid, and I think he's just stayed there. That's the end of the race for him. He'll probably have to be towed away. And you can see the safety car out. Not very long ago, we had Raman talking and having a little word around the safety car, and done with his track duties for the moment back in the com box.
Karthike, I'm just wondering, there were last minute adjustments being made to Abhijit Vadavali's car even when the car was on the track at the start line. They were still working on that car. You had the technical crew trying to do some last minute adjustments, and that's the reason why I didn't really have a long chat with Abhijit Vadavali. I just walked away very quickly because I saw there was a flurry of activity there. This, of course, is the other problem that we had. That's Shravan Sri Ram, Momentum Motorsports, this driver from Coimbatore. Unfortunately, on the home turf, not been a good day for him. His car's been wheeled into the pit lane. Coming back to that point, Solomon, Karthik, I think it also plays on the driver's mind when you've had that last minute adjustment that's happening to your car right before the start, and you're the one who's at P1.
Well, he was at we saw the moment all 5 reds went off.
Car number 37, Shravan Sri Hariram. I do remember we were also speaking about car number 12 earlier on. This is something which Tijal Rao, their driver coach, who's a multiple champion, he says, you should not waste your time trying to wave to the organizers, to the race official that your car is not starting, and then go back onto your car and try and see how you can quickly do it. You've got to have a good response time again. There is going to be a very, very long debrief in the pits today, and Momentum Motorsports are going to have a long night session trying to just talk to the drivers to get that little basics right again. It's a DTS car in the front.
Safety car is still out there. That means no overtaking allowed. Just something you don't see very often. Discipline from the Novice Cup kids following the safety car and not trying to do anything naughty. It is, as you said, it's a DTS car that is leading at the moment. It is M. Vineet Kumar, that from Tirupur, is in the race lead. Now you can see the car picking up some speed, the safety car, and that's an initial indicator that this might just be the last lap behind the safety car. We'll get to know as soon as they come through that final corner and you see that the lights go off. If the lights go off, that means the safety car will dive into the pits and we'll have racing action resume. In the meantime, Bhuvan Bonu is second, Avi Malavali is in third, so it's an M Sport second and third. In the meantime, we have some, I think there's some fuel leakage as well on that track. And was that Rio taking care of that?
It was Srivats who was the head of the marshals who was taking care of that. It looks like more of a radiator leak that happened out there. So then looks like the safety cars are going to stay onto the track for one more lap. It's a lot of hard work as far as the marshals take it all over again. So then, as we quickly look around, we've got 7 laps to go in this. Next lap, we are going to expect the safety car to come in. This is how the top 10 looks like. Vineet Kumar number 1, Bhuvan at number 2, Avi Malavali, they are both from M Sport at 2 and 3, Loket at number 4, Krishnu at 5, Pratik at number 6, Veda at number 7, Ojas at number 8, Dhruv at 9, Adam Junaid at number 10. This is how the top 10 looks like. It looks like we've managed to fix that little bit of spill on the track again.
They are working hard to get this sorted, and hopefully that will be done by the end of this lap, so we don't have any more laps behind the safety car. And there you see in the background, top right of your screen, still some work getting done. Was that an oil spill? Was that a radiator leak? We'll probably get to know later on, but certainly that has kept the safety car out. And mind you, all these laps behind the safety car do count. We're already done with the 3 laps in this race. And crucial laps, crucial moments are just ticking away with Bhuvan Bonu looking to make it 4 wins out of 4 in this category. And I don't think at the moment Vineet will mind. He'll probably be happy to have all 10 laps behind the safety car because he's going to go take the checkered flag.
Next lap, we should get some sort of a racing here again. Ideally, if there is going to be condition on the track, good point though, where you possibly need to just stop the race and restart, maybe do a full restart. If the COC believes or the race director believes, I'm happy that the race director believes that we should have a race. And absolutely, I did see for a very brief moment that the safety car has got its lights off. So are we going to see some race?
Yes, certainly the safety car lights are off, the lights on the top, and that means it will go into the pits and we will have racing action. Now the restart will be very, very important. We saw Bhuvan Bonu being very clever in the previous round to almost stall everybody and then zoom off at the restarts. What will be the strategy here? Well, the safety car's in the pit and no such strategy coming in from M. Vineet Kumar, although he continues to hang on to that race lead, closely followed by Bhuvan Bonu. And then you've got Avi Malavali in third, Lokit remains in fourth, and now trying to come in on the inside was Avi, but that door was very quickly shut down. Now, the battle between the two M Sport seems very interesting between Avi and Bhuvan Bonu.
The Novice Cup has been inspired by the Comedy LGB, and you can already see Lokit playing a team game as far as DTS is concerned, making sure Team M Sport, the second and third, stay close together so that Vineet can just pull that distance in the front, and he's doing exactly like that now. In the meantime, car number 14 now has just been led off a little bit, so he will possibly have an interesting fight. Oh, one car just went off the background, but only to join back in quick time. This is a long train.
Have another car there in the mix. I think it's car number 95, if I'm correct. We'll get that confirmation in the top 5. It is, in fact, 95. Lokesh Lingesh in the mix, I think. As you can see, no problem for M. Vineet Kumar. Got the race lead very quickly. Few laps behind the safety car. And now he's got about a couple of seconds lead in front of him. Leading Bhuvan Bonu was so dominant in the previous rounds. In fact, he's just clocked the fastest lap of the race as well as Vineet Kumar, 1 minute 17.615. Oh, braking hard there was Pratik Joshi. Smoke blaring out of the front left, going wide now. Slightly wide on that occasion. Well, it is the Novice Cup. You can't expect a couple of such moves.
And you also had a few folks just taking the escape route. I was thinking of Avi Malawali, you should have hold on to that line, maybe trying to get a little too aggressive. And now he's made to fight for somebody between 4th and the 5th. Initially, he had the 3rd to be Consoli. He's going to lose the 3rd position, and there he loses a position again. Vineet Kumar stretching the lead in the front. Here is car number 99, who is also from DTS Racing, making moves at least up to the top 7 fight. So the real fight which I'm going to be watching is for the 3rd, 4th and the 5th. This is the battle that we're going to be looking at. Now, it's still car number 1, Avi Malawali, now dropped on from number 3 to number 4. There is a DTS car which is located, also has fallen down outside the top 4 now. This could all to play for, but DTS on the charge. They're going on the inside, they're going looking on the out. There is a lot of elements of the LGB4 that we sometimes look at. Here is car number 1. Does he have the speed? Who's going to be late on the brake last? He's not going to be late, but he's got to be careful. And he rightly does so, as we have car number 98 consolidating at number 3. That is Krishnu Dattabuan.
Krishnu moving into 3rd place. That's a very good attempt by him to slop and block the move from Avi Malawali to take that lead. Avi, I think, will be a little bit disappointed. He's dropped down to 4th. And then you got Lokesh Lingesh in 5th as well. Now, half a second, the gap now between race leader and Bhuvan. It is Vineet Kumar who leads the race. Now that's the battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. Very, very close. You got an M Sport there. You got a DTS Racing there. You got one of the Delta Speed cars there as well. At the moment, the Delta is managing to hold on. Then you got car number 95, and that's Lokit Lingesh as well in the mix of things. And you can see, you know, these young drivers so aggressive. Now Avi drops further down, loses yet another place. And this time it's Lokit Lingesh who moves one ahead. But you know, Avi, he is not going to give up. He will now on the inside try and reclaim that 4th position from Lokit. Will that happen? Will he be successful? Or maybe he can just go on and take another one here. In fact, he's moved 2 places ahead.
That was a smart move. The nose comes off in car number 90. He's got to be a little bit careful again. Will he be asked to come into the pit lane? But Avi's reclaimed the 3rd. As we were watching this pack right ahead, Bhuvan at this time has also nipped back on the lead on Vineet Kumaran. So it could be a photo finish on the finish line as well for 1 and 2. But this is Avi taking up the 3rd now and really would like to consolidate further. 4 cars, 5 cars, 6 of them entering turn number 11 and 12. They got to be a little bit close. Downhill, they're going to be charging down. Avi still got that car number 95. Will be able to come on the outside and take a position up. Yes, he would, because the other car is slightly wide, but somehow is able to muscle it through that corner. Lovely shot of at least 7-8 cars turning in at the same time.
The damage to Krishanu's car. Seems, yeah, there you see on your screen, car number 98. He's lost the nose of his car coming through that corner 2 and 3. But at the moment, will that be a problem for him later on? We'll have to see. It is Bhuvan Bonu who is the race leader at the moment, with Vineet coming in 2nd. It is Avi Malawali who's taken 3rd place. And now you've got car number 95 of Lokit Lingesh in 4th. And another Momentum Motorsport car now makes a move and moves ahead of Krishanu. This is what happened when we're talking about Krishanu losing the nose of his car.
Lucky he just didn't go behind his rear again, but he still managed to hold it. 2-3 cars just kicking up some dust. So we are into the penultimate lap at this moment.
What's really heartening to see is the way Bhuvan Bonu's fought back and reclaimed the top spot. Of course, we're looking at what's transpiring at 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. That is another battle that's unfolded. I think character, that's what you look for in the drivers, especially at this young age when you're talking about the JK Tyre Novice Cup. You know, there is, of course, the excitement of youth. There you see the distance between the top 2 and then the driver who's 3rd. Second place was Vineet Kumaran. Oh, look at that. There seems to be another incident there. At least 3 cars involved. 2 of them stalled, 1 rejoining the racetrack.
And this on the last lap, hammer time. Car number 99 is looking the other way. He decides to go back again. This car is parked on the car, but they will let the race go. He is going to go to the wire. Avi has got to defend the third. But then he's going to get attacked again by Lokit as well and Dhruv as well. So then it's a 3-way fight now for the third. Let's just see as the top one between Bhuvan and Vineet. As they fight it out for 1 and 2. This is going to be an interesting battle down there. On the line again. We talking about cliffhanger. Here comes the double yellows as far as turn 14 is concerned. But these guys are racing still as they get onto turn number 10 into the slowest corner, running away into the distance just to stay away from the nature's fury and the fury on the track. Here is car number 1 coming in. Let's quickly look at the checkered line.
This is very, very interesting for 4th, 5th and 6th. At the moment, it seems that the DTS racing car will take that 4th place. And you can see one of the cars there parked right in the middle. That can be very, very dangerous. You have the double yellows, the marshals waiting. The moment the traffic is cleared, they'll probably put it out. Coming through that final corner of the final lap, it is Bhuvan Bonu who will go on and take the checkered flag. Makes it 4 out of 4 this season. And then it will be Vineet Kumar who takes second. He won't be happy with that result, although getting points is fine. But did lose out to that race lead. And Avi Malavali coming in third. So it's an M Sport 1 and 3. And it's DTS Racing Vineet Kumar who comes in second. Lokit Lingesh, fourth. Abhijit Malavali, after that little start, that stuttering start, a poor start, manages to move up to fifth. Back again. Dhruv Chauhan finishes sixth. Krishanu with the damaged car does well to take seventh. And Oju Surve eighth. Pratik Ashok ninth. And Adam Junaid completing the top 10. So it is car number 14, the usual. Bhuvan Bonu goes on and wins the Novice Cup category race this weekend, the opening race. And he was followed by Vineet Kumar of DTS Racing. And then another M Sport coming in third in Avi Malavali. The two Bangalore boys in Bhuvan and Avi making Team M Sport proud with this performance. I think Team DTS will be a tad bit disappointed. You know, they have so many drivers on the grid. In fact, it was you had in the top 5, but in the end just could not hang on. And I think more than hanging on, I think you got to give credit to Bhuvan Bonu. He's been in such fine form, Solomon, the way he's gone on about his business throughout this season, in the first round as well, and now continuing the same in the second.
He was willing to challenge Vineet Kumar for the fight for the lead and didn't back off. And he just tried to follow him through again. Vineet Kumar had a lot of things going for him. The safety car stayed on the track for a very long time. And we were wondering in the commentary box, maybe is it time to pull the plug and just do the complete restart. What a chaotic start we had. 2 cars just going off the line. 2 cars didn't start. And then we had oil or possibly some fluid leak on the track. And then they had to clear that again. This race had all the drama that you could watch as far as the novice concerned.
Just before the end of the race, you had that car parked right at the very end in the middle of the racetrack.
Apex it is, and they had to put out the double yellows again. Car number 95 was involved in quite a battle again, but Aviv really did well to hold off not one, but at least about 7 cars just behind him again. Aviv went back for about 5 or 6 and slowly picked up his pace to try and finish in the top 3 again. It's a hard work to get to the podium.
Hard indeed, but you know, at the end, victory does taste sweet, and it is another victory for Bhuvan Bonu, coming in, taking the checkered flag. Had this race had his moments, Vineet had his opportunity as well to go on and win the race, but in the end, you know, just when it mattered the most, like Bhuvan knew what he was doing, waited for his opportunity, never gave up. You know, and there was a point of time that you know, Vineet had about good 2-second lead, and he could easily drop shoulders and think, well, I'll settle for second, but that was not what Bhuvan Bonu was thinking, and he just kept on going, kept on going, kept on going, and in the end, the moment he got his opportunity, he seized it, took it with both hands, and then went on, and the moment he got that lead, he knew he was not going to let that go.
The driver coach as far as Team M Sport is Rahul Rangasamy, the multiple national champions, masterly experienced, whether it is the Formula 4 or the LGB Formula 4 or whether it is two-wheelers. He knows his machine and he knows what racing skill is. And he is absolutely brutal when it comes to giving you a driver feedback. So important that you learn from the champions, and the Novice Cup is doing exactly that. Momentum as Tijil, M Sport has Rahul Rangasamy, DTS Racing has Diljit, all of them former LGB champions, all of them multiple champions, and passing on their experience down to the novices.
What a fantastic run it's been for Bhuvan Bonu. Well, congratulations, Bhuvan. What an interesting race, because you had to fight your way for this race win. Started off on P2, there were incidents, and then that fight that you had with Vineet.
Yeah, the fight I had with Vineet was really amazing. I knew I could win starting from lap 1 because Abhijit had stalled. But then unfortunately I lost a position to Vineet at the beginning. But after the safety car restart, I was able to get it back.
Just talk us through what was going through your mind initially when all of you were driving behind the safety car. Vineet was ahead of you. I'm sure you must have been hoping and praying that the safety car goes into the pit lane and you get enough laps to try and overtake him.
Yeah, I was thankful that I had 5 laps left to race him. It was good enough for me. And yeah, that's it.
Congratulations on a hard-fought win. Well done, young man.
Thank you.
There you have it. Bhuvan Bonu notches up a race win here in the JK Tyre Novice Cup. Vineet from DTS Racing has come in second, but for a long time in this race, he was actually leading the race as well. What was going through your mind in the final couple of laps in that battle between you and Bhuvan?
Actually, what happened was back in the Mickey Mouse exit, I lost the car, so he got the inside line, so I couldn't hold him. So my goal was only to catch him. But again, in the last corner, again I messed up. I went off track. I went into the grass. So he got a good lead. So it was very difficult to catch up again.
I'm sure that's going to be something that's going to play on your mind when you get onto the racetrack the next time around and do better. One other aspect I want to talk to you about is that initial incident when you had Abhijit stalling on the racetrack right at the start of the race. It opened up a plethora of opportunities and you took your chance.
Yes. So what happened was Abhijit, he stalled his car, and then competition number 1. Yeah. So he couldn't go ahead, so he got stuck, and then Bhuvan went off track in C2, so I got the opportunity.
And you took it. Very well done. Congratulations on that second place finish. Well done, young man. There you have it. Good run there by Vineet. Let's talk to Avi. He started off on P3 in the end. This young lad's gone on and finished third, but it wasn't without drama.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very hectic race, a lot of battles, P1, P2 just running away, and I'm trying to defend, attack at the same time. But yeah, first time in the Novice Cup, P3 is not so bad. My aim's still there though.
Absolutely, but you talked about the battle in the mid-pack. We saw it through the race, especially with the last 4 or 5 laps of the race. It was at least 3 or 4 cars in the fray for that third spot.
Yeah, I mean, just full chaos. People always trying to get a podium. I mean, that's the main thing.
And you had to claw your way up the grid. You'd lost a few positions, and then you had to fight back about 2 or 3 positions.
Yeah, I mean, the car in front of me stalled in this race start, so I had to avoid that. Due to that opened a bunch of opportunities for the people on the left. So lost a few positions there, but then managed to climb back up and finish P3.
There's a quiet confidence about you, Avi. I'm sure there are great things to come in the future.
Thank you.
Congratulations. There you have it. Avi, of course, comes in third in the JK Tyre Novice Cup race that we've just witnessed. What a fantastic run. A 1-3 finish for Team M Sport, and they'll be delighted with that because Bhuvan's notched up a race win. Avi, from his team, from the same team, teammates, he comes in third. So that's a good result. Of course, Team DTS Racing get a second place finish thanks to Vineet's efforts. So that's very well done. We've got the post-race presentation coming up in just a bit. For the moment, let's go back to our comms.
They've come from the future to change the way we drive.
JK Smart Tyre, buddy.
JK Smart Tyre, the tyre with a brain. The future of driving is here. JK Smart Tyre.
Welcome back to the coverage of the JK Tyre Racing Championship 2025. We've just had a very, very interesting race in the Novice Cup category. So let's take you through the highlights of the race that's just concluded. Abhijit Vatavali started at P1, did not have a good start. You can see that on the left of your screen, nervously just waving his hands towards, but then eventually he got off, but by that time it was too late for him. A very good start for Bhuvam Bonu, the car number 14 there. In fact, Vineet Kumar by corner number 3 had taken the race lead. Vineet of DTS Racing had taken the race lead, and remember last round there was no race wins for DTS, and that's what their team principal Digi TS was not happy about. As far as the team performance was concerned, they were right on top. You can see car number 98 as well in the mix of things coming around, and that was Krishanu. Was a good start for the M Sport team with Avi Malavali also in the top 3, but we had that little incident with you can see in the background maybe a couple of marshals just trying to sort the little spill that was there on the racetrack, oil spill or radiator leak. So the safety car had to come out, and right behind the safety car were the racers. After 2 laps, the safety car went in to the pits, and this is where the racing action once again resumed. You can see now Vineet Kumar again with the race lead, and that battle for second and third between teammates of M Sport, Avi Malavali and Bhuvan Bonu. Bhuvan there was a bit of pressure there coming in from car 95, and that was Lokit Lingesh who had moved up to third, but Avi Malavali was not going to give up. So the front two had peeled away in Vineet and Bhuvan. You can see all the young novice drivers braking hard, smoke blaring out of their front tires, and on that corner. And good performance also, good race for Krishanu. Till this time, as you can see, car number 98 on the right of your screen in the background, coming in on the inside, trying to make his moves ahead of Avi Malavali as well as Lokit Lingesh into third position. And this is where things were looking good for him. Krishanu Datta Buyan of Delta Speed, the lad who comes from Guwahati. You can see that was that battle for third, fourth, fifth and sixth with DTS and M Sport, a Delta Speed and a Momentum Motorsport car involved, with car number 33 of Dhruv Chauhan in the mix. But very quickly things had changed for Krishanu, lost the nose of his car. We'll get back to this as the prize distribution ceremony is underway for the Novice Cup. Coming in third, Avi Malavali. Handed over the trophy by Hari Singh.
It's time for Vineet Kumar to receive his trophy.
Coming in second, Vineet Kumar. I think he'd be a little bit disappointed with the fact that he had that race lead. He had a 2-second lead as well, close to 2-second lead over Bhuvan Bonu. But in the end, they just could not hang on to that and finish it off in style. But the man who did finish it off in style was Bhuvan Bonu. There you can see the lad with the specs. That's Diljit TS, team principal of DTS Racing. That's the race winner. Bhuvan Bonu, the winner of the JK Tyre Novice Cup, race 1 of this weekend in this category. Remember, this is the third race of the day. We have 4 races. You can see a little bit of, that's Raghul. He's happy. Raghul Rangasamy, one of his pupils, getting the race win. The technician as well being awarded. Both of them flanking the race winner. And it's all smiles for M Sport at the moment. It's a 1-3 finish for M Sport. Diljit TS's team, DTS Racing's Vineet Kumar will have to settle for second as the man himself, Hari Singh, gives away those trophies to the race winners.
They've come from the future to change the way we drive.
JK Smart Tyre, buddy.
JK Smart Tyre, the tyre with a brain. The future of driving is here. JK Smart Tyre.
See, bit of rain pelting down. We're back with the highlights of the race we've just seen. We saw earlier as well, not a very good start for Abhijit Vadavali, car number 12, getting stalled there. But a good start for Bhuvan Bonu, and in fact a better start for Vineet Kumar as well of DTS Racing, very quickly taking the race lead there. Vineet, you can see a few droplets of rain on the camera lens, and that tells you it has been rainy, sunny. You can call it the Britain of India. Coimbatore, at times it's raining a moment and then the sun comes out the very next, even before you finish your sentence. That's the kind of day it has been. But we haven't had a heavy downpour, which has been good. Slight drizzle here and there. I think that's helped keep temperatures cool as well, making slightly comfortable for the drivers and the riders, the racers. In the meantime, that's when the safety car came out because of an oil spill or radiator leak on the start grid. There were a couple of laps that were spent behind the safety car, but then very quickly there was a safety car that went into the pits. This is where they were all following. Vineet Kumar was in the race lead. Safety car went into the pit lane and racing action resumed very quickly. Avi Malavali had a few ideas up his sleeves on the inside, moving up ahead of Lokit Lingesh, making it an M Sport 2-3 at the moment with Vineet Kumar with the race lead. A good effort from Krishanu Datta as well in car number 98. in the mix of things, in the top 5. In the meantime, it was Lokit Lingesh who moved up to third, with Avi Malavli dropping down to fourth. Vineet Kumar had done a very good job so far in keeping the race lead, keeping Bhuvan Bono in check and making sure he has that lead. But that did not last long. When you look in the background, on the right, on the inside was Krishanu, who took that third place away from Avi Malavli. In fact, it was Avi who dropped down to fourth, and Lokit Lingesh dropping down to fifth, with Krishanu moving in to third. A very, very good effort there from him as well. Here you can see battle going on for third, fourth, fifth and sixth, with a Delta Speed, Momentum, M Sport and DTS all involved. And you had that other two DTS cars right behind. One of them was not very happy with his own teammate. This is where Avi made his move, came in on the inside, and very nicely taking the third place. And in that process, Krishanu's car just taking a bit of hit, the nose coming off, but that did not stop his effort and his commitment to try and make a race win. In the meantime, Bhuvan Bonu had taken the lead away from Vineet Kumar and crossed the checkered flag for another race win. So that was a very, very good finish for Bhuvan Bonu, coming in first, taking the checkered flag. Vineet Kumar will be a tad bit disappointed. He'll have to settle for second. And then you got Avi Malavli of M Sport, who went on to take the third spot in the JK Tyre Novice Cup race. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is the Levitas Cup race. It's a mixed grid with rookies, pros, and a couple of media guest drivers as well. At the moment, it seems there are a couple of cars missing from the starting grid. We'll very quickly see if they do rejoin or not. Mira Erda be starting at pole position. She isn't there at the moment, but well, you can see that one car coming in. Is that Mira's car? We'll get to know in a moment. Now over to Raman, who's trackside before the start of the race.
Right then, we've seen 3 races today so far on this race weekend Saturday, and there's one more race still to come. I've got the cars lining up right behind me. We're talking about the JK Tyre Levitas Cup. We've already seen one race in this race category. Now remember, this is a race category that's got a lot of young rookie drivers driving in this on the grid. And a couple of them, of course, you'll see them in the second row. There's Nihal Singh, this young driver from Gurgaon. I'll talk a lot more about him. He's won the first race that we saw earlier this afternoon in the rookie category. Clinched top honors, was in fact fastest along the grid per se. Mira Erda, a very experienced hand, is also driving in this series along with some of the other pro drivers who were there, and Mira it is who's going to be starting off on pole. She said there were a couple of issues in the start in the previous race for her. She'd be saying I want to put that behind me. Let's quickly have a chat with her before anything else. Mira, let's take a look at the insides of this car as well. I know you did a quick breakdown of the car for us in a special feature we'll show our viewers, but just talk us through how different this is.
Well, you have the racing seat belts and the racing seat, roll cage, steering wheel and the data log over here. Makes it very light and easy to drive.
That's why she says, hang on, I've driven so much. This is like a piece of cake. It's almost as if I've moved out of an LGB into another one.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Let's see. I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with the car now. Just no mistakes and just focus on going ahead, winning it, and that's all.
Showing the boys how it's done.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Go well.
Yeah, thank you.
There you have it. Mira Erda starts off on pole as far as this race is concerned. Will be interesting to see how this goes. We got another young lad who's moved from rallying onto the racetrack. Let's talk about how he's set up for this race.
Really excited. Messed up my launch in the first race, so I'm going to go for it now. Yeah, I hope I get a lead here.
Go well, go well. That's the best thing you would like to do. Cut out all the errors and make sure that you get your A game in. Remember, I talked about this young guy. I talked about Nihal as well. He's all set. He starts off on P3. He's another guy you've got to keep an eye out on. He's pretty good, pretty set on this. As I said before, this is a category, the JK Tyre Levitas Cup, where we're talking about a lot of these rookie drivers who are part of the grid, and we'll be talking to a few of them as well. So that's getting some last minute instructions. Some last minute chit chat happening with his team. That's that. I think. How are you doing?
I'm good.
I think everyone's telling you be positive, like your blood group.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Just having some last minute issues with the car.
No. I'm just fine tuning tire pressure and stuff.
All right, go well.
Thank you.
There you have it. Quick little last minute chat that Siddharth had before the start of this race. Now, this provides an interesting opportunity to some drivers. As I said before, you've got the rookie class drivers along with the pros. We're all on a mixed grid racing as far as this category is concerned. So it's a different challenge. You're not just only driving amongst the rookies. You've got some other seasoned pros on the track as well. And since it's a mixed grid, it presents a different form of challenge altogether. Let's see how these young drivers are going to cope with some of the seasoned pros also on the grid here in the Levitas Cup. Remember, it's the first round of the Levitas Cup, where we've already seen one race. This is going to be the second race. It's over to our commentators in the commentary box. Let's see how race action unfolds.
Right then, moments away from the start of this race, and it will be the final race of the day, and it will be the JK Tyre Levitas Cup. Mira Erda, who went on to win the race in the previous race, will be starting at P1. Then you've got Ashwin Pugalagari in P2. Nihal Singh, the race winner in the other category, will be starting at P3, Siddharth Balasundaram at P4. Then you got Akshay Muralidharan at P5, Jayaprashant Venkat at P6. Then you got Balaji Raju starting at P7, Ramcharan starting at P8, Dipayan Datta, one of the guest riders, at P9. Then you got Vasudevan SS at P10, followed by Yukeshwar and Krishnavelu at P11. Nitin Ayar will start at P12, Dheeraj Bhatia at P13, and Viana Singh at P14. Mira Eda with the fastest lap of 1 minute 25.037 seconds will be starting at pole position. Was a good battle for between Mira and Nihal Singh in the earlier race in the day, and with Mira now starting at P1, Nihal behind her in P3. We'll just have to see if Mira can now notch up an overall race win, or will Nihal once again bring his magic onto the racetrack. Nihal, the lad who comes from Gurgaon, very confident young man, and Mira herself, very, very experienced, winner in the LGB Formula 4 category herself. This is certainly going to be a very, very tasty battle coming your way. 10 laps in the JK Tyre Levitas Cup. Once again, back with me in the comm box is Solomon.
I really like the shot of the 10 cars on that start line, just ready to go and really attack that lines over there. This is going to be a long drawn battle over there. That's about 14 cars that we were looking at now. 2 retired into that line. One of them managed to possibly start around it. Remember, and as we speak, just one of them just managed to go into the pit lane right now. But then this is lovely shot of the cars that are lovingly standing out there over there. This is about 14 cars on the grid. We had 16 rides to be given out, and 14 have made it out there. This is the Levitas Cup. This is the one-make championship. This is the stars for the future. Mira Erda on board.
We'll start off with the formation lap as usual, and then we'll have the 10-lap race in the top 5, 6. Start the race. The start will be very important, and then obviously we will keep an eye out on that corner at the back end where the straight ends, and that's where a lot of overtaking happens. A sharp left, then a right. So these are a couple of places, and obviously the famous corner 1 where a lot of drama, a lot of incidents take place.
The track, when it became homologated, now we are a F2 track as well. We really wanted to get it up. We wanted to get the FIA homologation. That's more important. The track has got wider lines, wider run of area. There have been asphalt that's been put up in the Kari Motor Speedway again. We've managed to even keep protection as far as safety is very important as far as the hedges are concerned. Extended the tire wall, extended the grip areas, increase the curb line. There's a lot of hard work that's gone in to make this track FIA homologated. Everyone just about waiting for that race to kick off. And when the race kicks off, it is Mira Eda who will definitely like to take one back now. Can she do it?
By the end of the last race, there was a little jump start for both Mira and Nihal. So all they were concentrating on was having at least a 10-second gap between themselves and the pack that was following, because even if there is a 10-second penalty, they'll still retain their positions at the top on 1 and 2 in the overall standings. Now that the formation lap is coming to an end, the start will be very, very important here. Whether it's Mira, whether it's Nihal, or in fact, whether it is Ashwin who's starting at P2, or even Siddharth Balasundaran who's starting at P4. Akshay Muralidharan will have or want to have something to say about that, and Jay Prashant Venkat as well. So it's going to be very interesting how they start things off. Well, the formation lap is done. Once the 5 reds go off, we will see the JK Tyre Levitas Cup action coming your way.
There we go, lights out, away we go. Even start for the first two, but car number 9 is definitely much ahead already. One car literally stalled at just somewhere between right at the back now. Car number 9 is going to get to turn number 1 much earlier than the rest of them. Car number 7 gets into the battle with car number 9 and 63, but one of them takes an exit route again. He's got to put the position back, rightly so. Car number 7 up to second position in quick time. That is Ashwin. He will like to consolidate right now. There's a coming together of not 1 but 3 cars, and it almost feels like a little bit of a traffic jam again, as these one-way cars literally have quite a bit of a body work as well. Must tell you, the roll cage in the car really keeps it tight. There's been a lot of hard work in trying to get the brake setup right. It is Mira Eda in the lead.
So it is as it started, as far as the grid is concerned. Mira is your race leader starting from P1. Then you got Ashwin, who's at P2, and Nihal at P3, and his remains in the third. Very quickly you can see, there's a difference. The front 4-5 have peeled away, the mid pack is there, and then you've got the back markers as well. Oh, very close there. Ashwin and Nihal Singh having a right crack at each other, and I think this will play to Mira's advantage. There you have it, Mira about a second and a half ahead of the pack that's following her. That's car number 7 of Ashwin Pugalagiri, and then you've got Nihal Singh very close behind him as we come to the end of the lap, and Mira, I think, will be very, very happy with the kind of start she's had. And now you've got Akshay Muralidharan, who started at P5. He's moved up to 4th position as well.
So then we were talking about Nihal Singh trying to be aggressive, but there's one guy, Akshay Muralidharan, who needs to give a better account of himself. Round 1, or say season 1, when he really came out very strong in the previous round, this time fortunes have not really gone to his side. He's really got to put that behind him and try and make up those laps. He's up to number 4 or 5, specifically up to number 4. Can he make it into the top 3? Just maintain that position. 2 cars almost coming in. Watch out for track limits. Remember, the stewards and the officials are watching you.
I just love it when you come in. That's car number 33, and that's Vasudevan SS, the local lad from Coimbatore, from the rookie category. His car is stalled. I was just saying, I just love it when they come towards that corner and they're returning, taking that hard left. Then you can see the back tire about an inch or so in air off the racetrack. We'll come to that in a moment when we see that happening, as that's your race leader, Mira Eda, and then she's followed by Ashwin and Nihal Singh. So not much of any drama, to be honest, at the moment. As you can see, all the cars lined up fairly straight. and there is that little bit of gap between all of them. So we might not see any overtaking maneuvers very soon or anytime soon.
It looked like a parade of white cars on the straight line. That is how it looks like for a moment. But there will be drama as we see Mira now stretching that lead. I'm sure her folks were saying, no jump start this time. Get that car off the line and get to turn number 1 quicker than before. And you will have that lead. She really wanted this one. This is an amazing platform for folks coming in from karting, getting into single-seater. Now the fight with the second, third and fourth is going to be very interesting as Nihal Singh versus Ashwin. Ashwin at number 2, Nihal Singh at number 3. But guess who comes behind them? Akshay Muralidharan. He's up to number 4. Now he needs a result. Can he take it to the podium? He possibly can if he's going to get a little more stronger on that brakes again, not braking as late as you want. Interesting battle for the 5th and the 6th as well. We just saw for a moment. Jay is at number 6 and Dirpan is at number 5.
I think Dirpan will be very happy. He might be a mediocre guest driver, but he's in the top 5, and I think he'll be delighted with that, although he's under pressure from Jay Prashant. But I think so far so good for him. It is Mira Erda who is the race leader. In fact, she's clocked the fastest time of the race now. Coming in on the inside, it is Nihal Singh who makes his move. And has he taken the race lead? In fact, he's taken that position. And my word, Ashwin has lost at least about 2 to 3 places.
Well, Akshay Muralidharan says, through goes Akshay Muralidharan, and he says, thank you very much. He's up to the 3rd right now. But should the earlier car be able to give that position back? And this is what happened.
So there you see on the inside, car number 63, that was Nihal Singh. And well, that was very tight, very, very tight between him and Ashwin. Ashwin had to brake, otherwise there would have been a collision. And that brake cost him 2 to 3 positions as Muralidharan also moved in and moved ahead of Ashwin.
It was also an interesting line when we see Ashwin Pugalkar. He really had no way to go again. He literally had to brake. But then this is definitely going to be discussed with the stewards for sure.
Which state does Nihal come from?
That's the way we drive. We are from Haryana. Oh, he's done that as Nihal. Well, the only thing missing was a certain 4x4.
As the center of gravity draws us, we drive in the center. That is how Mira Erda, yet in the fastest lap time, comes through. She is really clocking it there with car number 9. In the meantime, there we go. It can be Mira versus Nihal Singh versus for the Akshay Muralidharan. Akshay Muralidharan finally up to 3rd, but has to contend with Dipyan for fight. Oh! Yet another coming together, but no harm done. They can still go on. Hey, are we playing bumping cards here again? It looks like that.
A little peck on the cheek there between Akshay and...
Dust in the air. I love this camera work. We just love it. White cars coming through that dust again. Let's have that little peck of the cheek that you were just talking about.
And not a peck on the bumper, though. And that's what happened. Just a little. That's all right. From where Nihal comes from, that's an everyday thing, twice a day.
But Ashwin said, thank you very much. I would take away the positions over from you with Akshay Muralidharan. The fight between him and 96 96 has literally stalled, and he's just stalled behind our commentary box. Maybe we should possibly have a say hello and talk about that later.
Is he listening to us? I hope not. Otherwise, he probably comes storming in the com box and say, what's going on there, guys? Well, back to serious business. It is Mira who is leading the race. Nihal is the 2nd, and then you've got Ashwin in 3rd. There's a decent bit of gap between all them. There's about just over 4 seconds between Mira and Nihal Singh. About 3 odd seconds between Nihal and Ashwin.
Car number 11 at it again on the inside. Has the overtaking maneuver stuck? Nope. He's got to even fight it off with car number 26. Balaji Raju comes into the mix as well. Car number 11 defending. Oh, car number 26 is able to take a much better curveball into the right-hander. Car number 11, Akshay Muralidharan, is having all the days of his life again. One moment he's up, second moment he's having a collision, third moment he's going 2 positions down. You talk about drama. In one day, he's having more than just that. It is Nihal Singh who is the fastest in the lap now. The fastest. Nihal Singh, Mira Edda's second fastest.
Nihal Singh's just clocked the fastest lap, 1 minute 25.055 seconds. And he's trying to just shrink that gap between himself and Mira. Mira certainly very, very experienced when it comes to motorsports, when it comes to racing, and she knows what needs to be done. And now the battle there in car number 26 and car number 45. That's 96. That's Dipayan Datta. He's just right behind us in the media box. And he's not very happy with it, was he?
You've been very diplomatic. You literally had the helmet in one hand, put your glares back again. I want to come and meet you. That sounds really odd. But car number 9, Mira Irda, she is a rock star. As we talk about rock star, Nihal Singh drives in the center and drives off center as well. This is true style, but this is the battle of 4 cars side by side. Car number 22, Jay, is holding back Balaji and holding back Nitin and Akshay Muralidharan. From number 3 to number 7 for Akshay Muralidharan, it can't go south. As much south it has gone today.
Well, just don't speak so early. you have a habit of commentators curse, Solomon. We've seen that earlier in the day as well. So
I agree.
Might as well not say that. But that is car number 22. That's Jay Prashant. He's closely followed by the likes of Nitin AR, car number 45, car 26 of Balaji Raju as well. Now it is Balaji tries to come in on the inside. He overtakes and moves ahead of Nitin AR. Nitin drops a place. That's a good battle going on for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th on these 4 going right at each other as we're coming to the end of yet another lap. Lap number 6, and Mira Erda has clocked the first under 125 lap of the race.
So then, Mira Erda is running away, but car number 22 still very much in the hint. So the closest battle that you and I need to watch for is for the 4th and the 5th. Balaji versus Jay, and Nitin can also get involved. For the day we just saw them passing by. Here is Khan, just as car number 7 crossing the line. And here is the battle between car number 22 and car number 25. They are very close to each other. 3 cars, 4 cars. I love it when 4 cars just come together, try to jostle for that space and get that grip to the finish line. They're going very strong now. We are just a little over 2.5 lap of the race just about to complete. This is lap number 8. 2 more laps to follow after this one. As we say it, bumper to bumper.
Oh, certainly it has been that case with regards to these 3-4 cars in Nitin AR, Balaji Raju. Then you've got car number 22 of Jai Prashant Venkat also. And then you've got Akshay Muralidharan as well in the mix. So, well, it's certainly going right to the wire as far as 4th, 5th, 6th is concerned. Not so much, as you can see at the bottom of your screen. That's Mira's. In fact, I believe that's, yes, Mira's car that went. Then you have Nihal, and now you can see on the bottom of your screen that was Ashwin as well. So, oh, that was close. That was close. That was very, very close. But no damage done. And it is car 26 of Balaji Raju now is in 4th. He's moved into 4th as Balaji, with Jai Prakash dropping down to 5th. And then you've got Nitin AR in car number 45 in 6th position. And this once again will be very interesting as you have Balaji Raju on the inside, closing in and maintaining his 4th place. Now, car number 45, Nitin AR trying to have a crack at car 22, and that was off Jai Prashant. But in the end, doing well was Jai Prashant to close that window, not allowing him to pass by. As you can see on the top left of your screen, Mira Erda, your race leader. Then you got Nihal in 2nd, and Ashwin is 3rd at the moment. This is the mid-pack we're following at the moment, where you have the 4 in Jai Prashant. You got Balaji Raju, you got Nitin AR and Akshay Muralidharan all battling it out.
This is it. Time is running out now. We've just got one lap. There was almost like coming together. This is where things are going to get interesting. Car number 22 on the outside. Has no space. Decides to fall back in. Car number 45 follows. Car number 11, Akshay Muralidharan follows as well. They are giving us a massive contest. This is it. The last lap approaches. Now car number 26 and 22, yet another time. They almost have a touch. But the car number 22 is now still able to get past car number 26. Balaji will not be able to get to number 4 in quick time. But here is car number 2. Got to turn in early, get out of the exit much earlier. Akshay is just behaving like us. 3 cars side by side. But are we going to see any kind of a change? Balaji finally up to 4th. This is good battle on the last lap with car number 22 following through. Akshay still playing the role of a spectator.
Balaji's moved up to 4th. Then you got car number 22 of Jai Prashant in 5th. Nithin trying his best to try and move ahead, but he's not been allowed. Every time he has succeeded, is very quickly pegged back as they come through that corner. Once again, very tight, very, very tight, and no room given by any of the competitors for any overtaking maneuver. Back to your race leader in car number 9, Meera Erda, coming through that final corner of the last lap. It is Meera Erda. She's already started celebrating. She knew she had to win the race after finishing second in the previous one. You could see she was determined to do that, and it's Nihal Singh who comes in second, and then you've got Ashwin Pugalagiri from Madurai taking the 3rd place as far as the overall rankings and race standings is concerned.
Meera was weaving, celebrating and possibly singing as she was trying to cross the finish line. And Balaji has done well. This is where finally his hard work really pulled it off. Balaji comes to number 4. Ashwin Pugalagiri at 3rd. Nihal Singh also takes the 2nd and also the 2nd fastest lap of the race again. Well done, Nihal Singh, but there is going to be a lot of talk after the end of the race. But Meera Erda, domination, thy name is Meera Erda. Well done. And this is how you conquer. Nihal Singh at number 2. Ashwin Pugalagiri at number 3. And Balaji Raju at number 4. Jay at number 5. Nithin is number 6. Akshay Muralidharan at number 7. Ravi Charan finishes at number 8. Siddharth crosses the line at 9. Yo-Yo Ayokeshwaran crosses at number 10. Dheeraj at number 11. Viana Shah at number 12. Dipayan Datta on 13. And there was a retirement with Vasudevan.
What a race for Meera. There she is on your screen. She'll be delighted. And as you said, you know, the kind of character she is, she'll probably be singing and already, you know, celebrating even before she crossed to the start finish line.
I had a feeling she started singing a lap earlier. And weaving and all of that. Maybe, you know, one of these we need to keep those candid audios in their camera, in their cars, and just listening to that conversation.
We probably need a dash cam as well with driver monitoring system.
I can see that smile through that helmet. And she's like, come on, let me get out of the car now. Look at how much in a hurry she is to get out of that car again. She is an absolute character. And the fist comes up. This is a great car. This is a great looking car. And the folks have really worked around to keep the spec roll, the FI Racing bucket seat, 6-point racing harness. You talk about the ECU Masters, and there's a lot of performance racing coilovers on this one. Absolutely wonderful what Nitin Matthew has built up here today.
Very well done by Meera Erda. You can see she's all smiles and having a quick chat with Nihal, who came in 2nd overall, and Meera taking the race win. She's very animated is Meera, and I think she'd be delighted with the performance. There's a very dominant race win from her as well. Good more than 7-8 seconds ahead of her nearest rival in Nihal Singh. Nihal, the guy who comes from Gurgaon, had a good race, started at P3 to finish 2nd overall, and it was Ashwin who finished 3rd as far as the overall race standings were concerned. Obviously, we'll have the prize earlier, as we saw, for the rookies and the pros separately, and Mira would be delighted with that. Now we talk about the rookies. Nihal will probably be the race winner, followed by Ashwin, and then Balaji Raju also finishing in the top 3 in that rookie class category. I think he'd be happy with that. That's Ashwin on your screen at the moment. Will arrive from car number 7. That's the third time he's opened the door and closed it and then again opened the door. Excitement.
You always forget, oh, I forgot the glass. Oh, I forgot the cover. Oh, I forgot my gloves. Oh, the helmet.
And eventually he says, oh, I forgot the key.
It happens, but I need to really appreciate Speed Smith, the folks who have taken over these cars, and they are the tuners, the spec tuners for the entire racing weekend at the 28 JK Tyre FMSCR Racing Championship 2025. And it's an absolute wonderful cars that they built that is giving in absolute library lessons as well as racing lessons to get into the car and get ahead. It's the stable that we talk about. It's all about trying to become a bigger racer as you harness your skill over here.
So now that we've seen the race, I think it's about time we hand it over to Raman Manod, who is with the race winners, to have a quick chat post their race wins.
Right, you got Mira here with me. Congratulations on that race win, Mira. And a little celebration, that little zigzag towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to finish the race. I knew I had the pace, had a good start, and just focused on getting my lap times consistently. And I think I was doing 25 flats constantly. Got my fastest lap time, 24/7. So I'm more than happy. Yeah, on to tomorrow.
I was just about to come to that. The fact that you talked about that 25 flat in qualifying, and you said I wanted to go faster than that, and you did in the race. Helped that you were really miles ahead of the rest of the pack?
Honestly, yes, obviously, because I was alone and I was just able to focus on my lap times, and that was the focus. I needed to have a good start and keep going, but I really wanted that fastest lap time, so yeah.
So congratulations on that. And one last bit about how much time you've actually had to acclimatize and adjust to this car from an LGB.
Well, I came on Thursday to make sure that I have the practice. If I'm coming, I want to make sure that I do well. And that's why I came on Thursday, did 3 sessions. Friday, obviously, another 3 sessions. And today, 1 session. So, yeah, pretty good, decent time. And thanks to the driver coach, Sandeep, and Vikas as well. You know, they've been helping out a lot. The team overall, you know, they've given me a perfect car to get there and just fight it out on track. So I'm really glad I have a team to back me up.
There you go. Always a team player, and the fact that the professionalism kicking in, coming in, putting in the hard yards and being ready for it.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. As Mira for you, notches up a race win here overall. When you talk about the entire set of drivers, let's have a quick chat with Nihal. Nihal's had a very interesting race. And I'm going to talk to you about this. There was that incident that happened that you pretty much had to muscle your way through the pack to get ahead.
Yeah, no, I think I was on the inside, but unfortunately, I think there was just no space for both of us to enter the corner. So contact was bound to happen. But otherwise, I think it was a clean race. Other than that, just one incident. Pace seemed pretty good, but couldn't catch Mira. I was already behind. We were running around the same time, I think, so it was just stuck.
But as a rookie, you were talking about catching up with Mira. Of course, you did better all the other drivers in race 1. Here you've overall come in second, but of course a race win for you as a rookie. Just talk us through that, you know, the experience of being here in the Levitas Cup.
I think it's great, you know, I'm having a lot of fun. It's been pretty competitive, especially with Mira. So I think that's been great. But obviously, I'd love to take the race win overall as well.
There you have it, the competitive spirit kicking in. And talking about the time that you've had to acclimatize to this car.
Well, not much actually. I've done about 4 or 5 days in this car. And I learned how to drive stick in 2 days. So
that's the real challenge, but you're coping very well indeed.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations. There you have it. Of course, what a fantastic finish there. Second place finish. But let's talk to Ashwin there. He's still having pictures clicked. But great transition for you We talked about before the start of the day that you're more of a rally guy, now getting into track racing and already making an impact.
So I expected a lot better from this race, but we had a small incident. You can see. So I ended up losing a place, but still, yeah, it's better than the previous race. So anyway, it's my first time here in the track, battling other cars. So this is good. Like I'll do better tomorrow.
What are you finding so different from off-roading to now being a racer on the racetrack?
So off the road, like the terrain is wild. Here, the other cars coming around me are wild. So it has its own share of unpredictability. So racing, like I thought it's more predictable, but hell no.
Ashwin, you've done very well. You've adapted very well to the demands that this JK Tyre Levitas Cup has brought about. Overall third, of course, in the rookie category. You will, of course, be second overall in that particular category. Very well done. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have with a quick chat with our 1, 2, 3 finishers overall. Of course, we've got the post-race presentation coming up, and there will be, as you know, as you saw in race 1 as well, separate categories for the awards presented in both the rookie class and the overall class as well. So let's take a look and see what happens there.
So that was your overall race winners in Meera Eda, Nihal Singh and Ashwin. We are at the Kari Motor Speedway in Coimbatore. Coimbatore, obviously the city of windmills, and you can see the n number of windmills in the background. It's a very picturesque, very beautiful setting here at the Kari Motor Speedway. You can see the windmills, you can see mountains at one end, you have your coconut trees on the other end, and then you have obviously that beautiful breeze blowing across. Well, we'll take you through the highlights of the race that's just concluded, where Meera took the checkered flag. All began with Meera starting at pole position, P1. Nihal was at P3. Ashwin was at P2. It was a very good start for Meera Eda. No jump start this time round. That was the issue with her in the first race. In fact, not just her, with the Nihal as well. But they did manage to hold on to their positions at the end even after a 10-second penalty, because they had that gap between them and the pack that was following. It was a very eventful race in the mid-pack. As far as the race lead was concerned, Meera very quickly raced away and built that gap between herself and Nihal and Ashwin for about good 3 to 4 seconds. Although they did try and catch up with her, all those efforts were futile, considering how well she had maintained those lines. And with every passing lap, she just continued to grow and expand that gap between herself and Ashwin and Nihal. It was a good battle between Ashwin and Nihal for the second and third position. That kept us the edge of our seats. And obviously, we had car number 11 of Akshay Muralidharan as well involved in that contest. Although Akshay, well, a bit of incident and he lost a few places. In the end, eventually not finishing in the top 3, top 4. And there you can see Meera Eda very quickly moving ahead. This is the incident Robin spoke to Ashwin, in fact Nihal, about. They were very close together on that first and second corner, and that's when Ashwin dropped a few places, although he did fight back in the very end to get to that podium position. But there you can see Ashwin dropped down to 5th by this time. It's that battle between car number 96 of Dipayan, who's a media and a guest driver, along with car number 11 of Akshay Muralidharan. Akshay, the local lad, he comes from Coimbatore. In fact, we have quite a few racers in this category from Coimbatore. All the pros are from the city of windmills, along with Akshay Muralidharan and Vasudevan SS, also from Coimbatore. Then you got the lad from Gurgaon, Nihal Singh, in the rookie class, having a right crack at Meera in the first race. In fact, going on to take the overall win as well, did Nihal. But this time round, Meera did very well And by this lap, by this time, Meera had about close to 5 seconds the gap and the distance between her and Nihal, and that was something that gave her more confidence. And eventually, she put in the fastest lap of the race as well, the first to be under 1 minute 25 seconds. My word, wasn't she quick today? It was Meera, and she did ever so well to go on and take that checkered flag. Then there was this battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. That's the one we're talking about. Car number 22 of Jai Prashant. Then you got Balaji Raju as well in there. Car number 26, 45, Nitin AR also was in the mix, and Akshay Muralidharan as well. Eventually, it was Meera who comfortably took the checkered flag for the overall race win. Nihal taking the second position, and Ashwin settling for third.
They've come from the future to change the way we drive.
JK Smart Tyre, buddy.
JK Smart Tyre, the tyre with a brain. The future of driving is here. JK Smart Tyre.
Have to settle for second despite a win earlier in the day. And then you had Ashwin, who came in third overall. What a day, what a win for Meera Erda. And now, obviously, because this is divided into the rookies and the pro category, so we will have different prize distribution ceremonies as far as the rookies are concerned. Nihal Singh took the top spot, followed by Ashwin and then Balaji Raju. While in the pros, it was Meera Erda, followed by Jai Prashant and Nitin AR. There's a reason why it's the city of windmills. You can see the wind. In fact, generally you feel the wind, but now you can see the wind as well with all the flags fluttering. And that's the reason why it is always windy here in Coimbatore. Intense conversations going on, smiles as well. You can see getting ready for the presentation ceremony. Always glamour here at the JK Tyre Racing Championship. And now you have your race winners making their way to the podium for the prize distribution ceremony. There's Meera Erda. That's Nihal Singh, along with Ashwin Pugalagiri. I think it's great to see, camaraderie between all these competitors off the racetrack. While they're on the track, they're fierce competitors, but when they're off the track, you can see they're all chatting to each other, all sharing a joke and a smile, laughing around, high fives and hugs. I think that shows how good and how close these guys are as far as a group of young budding racers are concerned. The next generation coming through. Meera, sitting on the podium, relaxing after a good race win, a good performance. Nihal in the background. Friends, families, supporters, all present here at the Kari Motor Speedway to cheer their loved ones. Some enjoyed it more than the others. Now then, we've got the ladies on the stage. That means the prize distribution ceremony is about to begin. It's always good to see family and friends and supporters out at the racing track. You know, gives the racers that extra bit of motivation to go that extra mile, give maybe a little more than 100% every time they're in that car, every time they're on that racetrack, and every time just try and push harder to go for that to win. That's Mr. Hari Singh on the stage to give away the trophies.
Right, without further ado, coming in at number 2, this is for the rookie again, it's Ashwin Pugli. Congratulations Ashwin, well done. But then this way belongs to man all the way down from the ground again. This is a special moment for Nihal Singh, cover number 63, the winner.
That's the prize distribution ceremony underway for the rookies category. Balaji Raju coming in third. He'll get his trophy from Hari Singh. Balaji Raju on your right in the blue racing suit. That's him. Taking the third place in the rookies class. Now you got Ashwin, who comes in second. Ashwin Pugalagiri, the lad from Madurai.
And he takes the second.
He also gets his trophy handed over by Hari Singh.
Is Nihal Singh. Well done indeed. This is quite a climb.
And the winner, Nihal Singh, taking the race win, the top of the podium in the rookie class. Those are your winners. Nihal Singh coming in first, Ashwin second, and Balaji Raju coming in third. Got his hands on the trophy. He's in a bit of a hurry to get off the stage. Probably start celebrating Balaji Raju.
The gentleman category or the pro category that we would like to call it. Without further ado, coming in at number 2.
Now we'll move on to the pro class.
Cop number 45. Well done indeed.
Nitin AR, the local lad from Coimbatore.
Jay Prashant. Well done indeed.
Jai Prashant coming in second. He's also from Coimbatore.
Meera Erda, the fastest on the track and also our race winner. The rock star from the...
And the winner,
Congratulations. This is
Meera Erda.
Well done indeed.
What a race for Meera. Absolutely comfortable winner by a mile. All smiles. And why not? She deserved this race win. She has been absolutely phenomenal throughout the day. 2 races, 2 wins for her in the category.
Well done.
Nitin AR gets his trophy from Mr. Hari Singh.
And it's now time for Jay Prashant.
Now it's turn for Jai Prashant Venkat.
Well done indeed. He was in such a hurry to get the trophy in hand. Meera Erda is about to receive.
And now the winner of the pro class in the JK Tyre Levitas Cup, Meera Erda.
Again, as we get down to the round 2 there. Meera and the winners, raise your trophies.
What a day she's had, Meera Erda.
Thank you, Mr. Hari Singh. And we're getting ready for...
Brilliant from her, absolutely brilliant. He's enjoyed it. The smile on her face tells you that. What a day we've had of racing. 4 races, 2 in the Levitas Cup, 1 in the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup, and 1 in the JK Tyre Novice Cup. It was an action-packed day, but action doesn't end here. We will be back tomorrow for day 2 of round 2, and action begins live at 10 a.m. So be there, we'll be here. Bye-bye.